Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. This week brought to you by... I'm Gus.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Barbara.
I am also Gus.
No, I'm Gus. You're not Gus.
I'm Bernie.
Can we all be Gus today?
We recorded something. No, you couldn't handle being Gus.
I think I could.
No.
Very easily actually handle being Gus.
you could
Brandon gave the most demotivating presentation at the all hands meeting today.
It was amazing.
It was like a dark cloud descended, and literally at the end of it, you said, because now the company's so big, we have a microphone and a little speaker, like a Mr. Microphone. Where is that speaker? Where does it live?
I assume it's over there somewhere.
I just hear it. I don't know.
Isn't it just for the live stream so people could hear on the live stream what we're saying?
Is that what it is?
No, I was sitting like so far away. I needed the mic to hear.
Maybe a little bit of both then.
Yeah.
But Brandon has the mic, and he says at the end, and I don't have anything positive to say.
Yeah, because I did not want people to confuse this as a suggestion. It's really like, do not do this. I don't know if you want to talk about what it was specifically.
So-
It probably
Sure, why
doesn't
not?
matter.
You
It
can't
was-
use stock photos.
You didn't want them to confuse them and make them think it was a suggestion?
Yeah, because sometimes like, hey guys, we have access to all the stock footage, which is really great. I just want you to know that it's not really that good if you have your own name. It's really like, don't do this. Because something came up last week where we had to track down a stock image, and it was a nightmare because I went to a regular account and I couldn't find it. And at first I'm like, man, did I fuck up? Did I create a different account for a different project and put it in a different place?
Fucked up?
I'm not going to name names.
Yeah, you are.
No,
Why not?
I'm not naming.
Are they fired?
I cannot name names.
Was it me?
But no, it wasn't you.
Why? Because you don't know their name.
No, I know. But I went on to find out from our rep that there were like 12 people who had their own stock
Name
footage
those
account.
names. Give me one name.
I will say it because he does not use it or he hasn't used it in a long time, but Reisinger.
Oh, what did he do?
But he hasn't used it in a long time. So it's
No,
really
it's
not,
fair.
it's not critical of him.
I would say it's critical.
It's critical. It's pretty critical. You brought it up.
Barbara, what's your vote? Critical, not critical?
Extremely critical.
Fucking Reisinger, get
That
out.
is not. No, it's,
Brandon
well,
came
I
out-
didn't even really
Called
call
out
it.
by
levels.
I
Brandon.
didn't
Brandon
call
came
out-
out swinging at John this week.
No, it's nothing against John. I appreciate
Can't
him because
believe
he
you
invites me
threw
on the
right
show.
under the bus. Like,
Immediately
What do
the
you
bus
have
was coming and
against
John
John?
just...
I didn't want to name somebody who was actually really, really at fault.
so you have
so
no
who-
respect for John. So
No,
you're not worried you're going to affect his career.
No,
'cause
it's
already...
not. I don't. He gets it.
So
I'm
who's
sure-
somebody that's really at fault then?
I don't. I can't name that.
Hey, have any of us done it?
No, none of you were registered.
We're all good.
You're good.
I use the stuff we're supposed to.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah. For the one video I edit, which is my vlog every month.
Hey,
Well, first of all, Gus, I don't know how you feel. I feel like if you're using stock photography or footage, you're already a quitter. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
I've never...
go out and fucking film it yourself.
Take a photo.
Yeah.
It's music for me. Stock
Go to
music.
fun New York,
make
get
the
a shot of a
music.
subway. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
if you ever
Yeah.
It's
incredibly
only
Put
way
some
more
effort into it.
expensive.
Do it the way the rest of us do it. Steal it off YouTube.
My favorite part of it was that
Just
Brandon.
hold your camera on your phone up to your monitor. You really can't tell if you got the right angle.
Brandon, my favorite part was that Brandon gave this little speech from like the dark depths of the room.
Yeah.
Like he was in the background, everything was dark, and you were it's like your face just came out of the shadows to give that speech.
At first-
Yeah, it was. There was no glamour behind the speech. There was nothing to be proud of. It's literally like, guys, don't, because this is, we get it. That's cute. What is that?
This is the Camp Platypus.
Did you guys see that the voice of Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle died?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, right?
I don't know. I saw it in the in memoriam.
No more squirrel and
During the
moose.
Emmys?
Yeah, it's a bummer. I used to watch that show all the time.
I was so into Natasha's accent when I was a kid.
Oh, gross.
Probably shaped some
June
stuff for
40.
me. Wait, really? That's
Shaped
gross?
what for you? Like a boner?
Yeah, like, your opinion. Like, seriously, honest to God. You don't have that with somebody growing up that you were like, this is the first pretty person that I recognize that shapes
absolutely.
everybody that you pursue in life after that? You don't have that, Gus?
I don't think
Everyone's
so.
looking at me like I'm weird.
Did
I
it
get
stay
it.
with
I'm-
you?
I've been
got you.
chasing Marsha Brady my whole life, basically.
Marsha.
Yeah.
Did it
like,
stay with
entire
you
life.
over time? Like when you're with a girl, you're just like trying to be sexy. You're like, hey, call me Boris.
I know I like Russian accents.
Yeah.
Moose and squirrel.
No, I can get it.
Whenever I think of
Soviet
voice
Russia.
actors and voice actresses in classic cartoons like that, it makes me think of that episode of The Simpsons where they do Poochie, and Homer meets the woman who supposedly did the voice of Roadrunner. She goes, yeah, meat. And he goes, don't you mean meat? He goes, no, they only paid me to say it once, and they looped it in post. That's one of my
The other
favorite
one was the
jokes.
stock clip that they got.
The Poochie episode is one of the best episodes of The Simpsons.
It's a good one.
Somebody
I must
used
go
that
now.
just recently.
My planet needs me.
Somebody's
Thank
used
you.
that for Scaramucci, who was the communications director at the White House for like a week.
10 days.
10 days, thank you. They did the
mooch.
My Planet Needs Me, and they pulled him out kind of thing because he was gone so fast.
I think didn't he shut down his company or leave his company to do that job?
I think that's what you're supposed to do when you go into positions of power in the government. Like Jimmy Carter, president before Reagan, he
Peanut
had
farm.
He had a peanut farm. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he had a peanut
Oh, I
farm.
thought it was just
That was just a guess. Why the fuck did you guess peanut farm?
Well, I thought it was a thing of his dad was a peanut farmer, and rose and gave Jimmy a life. I didn't realize I don't remember he was a. Don't get mad.
It's just
going-
weird.
That turned into like a Ken Burns documentary there in the middle. No, he had a peanut
I know my
farm,
president.
and he put it into some kind of trust or escrow where it was removed from him as president. And
Yeah.
this has come up because obviously our current president, President Donald Trump, has a number of different businesses which he's still actively operating while the president of the United States. So I don't think it's a mandatory thing, clearly, but you normally do that when you go and become the president.
Well, there's like
to head off all the comments that you're going to get now for that statement. It's supposedly in a blind trust being run by his sons, but it's not really set up
Supposedly.
as appropriately as a correct blind trust.
And they're all white supremacists. So, just to be clear, we want to avoid all the comments. Just to be clear.
And they hired a new person this week. Did you get PewDiePie? It was really weird. Not even an American.
Felix.
They have very similar ideologies.
What is so that woman from ESPN who called Trump a white supremacist?
on her personal Twitter account.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she got yelled at. And she apologized. She apologized for calling him a white supremacist? And I guess she's trying to keep her job. That must have been the hardest fucking tweet in the world to write, I would imagine.
I would be
Or
surprised if
statement.
she wrote that herself,
Well,
or if someone else
she's-
just.
or just even like posting it or whatever. It's just like that must have been a fucking bitter pill.
I guess you just think big picture. You're like, well, me taking this, it's not going to make a fucking difference.
I have a new career goal now, which
Yeah.
is to make someone do something that they want to do even less than that woman doing it.
Well, you got Ellie.
But yeah, it's really the weird thing
just
about
have them go out fill a bunch of stock footage.
she's not here. She literally had to take the rest of the day off after like 1 o'clock.
Why?
Because she's just she's exhausted and she's all bruised.
Are you calling her lazy, Bernie? You calling her out like
she
this?
is. This is
Damn.
the British work ethic.
She needs to
tea
stop
time.
bringing that dog.
Oh, really? What's wrong with the dog? Oh, Gus? Because people say Gus.
Damn it, yeah.
It's just because of the name.
She walked it around like before the all hands and be like, Gus, like what? God,
I get it.
I think Gus is mad because there's a Gus in town that people like way better than you.
that's not true.
Would you be better if we called him Gus the dog the way like Joe the cat?
What if we like fed you
Yes.
treats and petted you and stuff like that,
would
and
hate
everyone
that.
swooned over you?
No.
If we're going to do that, Bernie, you want me to make the announcement in the next all hands meeting? Change
Let's
Joe.
guess real quick. If we had to give Gus a treat, and Gus, you can tell us who gets closest. If we had to put like a jar of something on our desk
Tequila.
as a treat, what would Gus? You have a big jar of tequila.
Jar of tequila.
What would you have, Brandon?
Sweet potatoes.
Oh no, I lied. It would
You like
be.
sweet potatoes?
I'm gonna let everyone
don't-
answer. I'm gonna let everyone answer before I.
There you go.
Mine
Thank you,
would be
Gus.
a bunch of burgers. Just a
Yes.
plate of
Okay.
burgers.
So you got me there. I was gonna say, not full cheeseburgers. That seems weird as a treat, but like sliders from Whataburger. I would if Whataburgers made a slider. I'd put that.
Whataburger.
Yeah, Whataburger. Right. What would be your ultimate treat?
I think of the three things, I'm gonna stick with tequila for
Okay.
you. It is. I would pick burgers. You know why? I fucking hate sweet potatoes. It's
Why would
one
you
of the
pick sweet
things I
potatoes?
hate.
I knew you'd
most.
either love it or hate it.
No, Gus always gave me shit whenever I ordered sweet potato fries at any restaurant.
Sweet
we go
potato
to.
fries should not be a thing.
No,
I
sweet
love
potato
sweet
fri-
potato fries.
But sweet potato fries are not like sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are dope.
Yeah.
Poke
Yeah,
a little
that's what I
hole
was
with a fork. Boom,
Wait.
boom, boom. 400 degrees an hour.
What did
bang.
you do with the potato?
Wait, are you shitting on sweet potato fries too?
Right?
I'm just not-
why the
it's
fuck
more
are
of a
we fucking around with the
fry-
sweet
it's more of a
potato?
fry and less
Just
of a
eat a
sweet
fucking potato.
We didn't
already-
eat a
it's
potato.
good.
We've already got the superior potato, the potato.
There's a lot of
racist.
versions of a lot of food.
Wow. Listen to you busting that out. The white potato gets to go with the orange potato.
I'm a white potato supremacist. I'm not ashamed. I'll update my Twitter profile
That
right now.
particular set of eyes and mouth got removed from Mr. Potato Head, the white supremacist potato.
You know the HR department is writing your apology letter right now, Gus.
Doesn't Mr. Potato have one of those mustaches too?
He does. He does. I bet you could Nazi him up if you really worked at it.
Just put his arm up this way.
Wow.
And leave the
Barbara.
mustache.
Got to dremel a little bit of the mustache off.
You know what I don't hear often though, with the rise of Nazism, like we actually see people wearing Nazi armbands now. I hear a lot about like white supremacy and things like that associated with Nazis. What I don't hear a lot about is, Barbara, the Jewish community really fucking going nuts about this. And I would think that if any community would be really vocal about the rise of Nazism in the U.S., it would be
You would think.
Jewish community. I would think so. Am I just missing it?
I feel the exact same way as you do. I am actually shocked with how little I've heard from the Jewish community.
And I actually didn't think about it till like right now.
I don't know if they're just like, well, this is your problem now. We dealt with this, like 70 years ago.
Barbara's Jewish, by the way. That's totally fine that she made that. She did that accent.
Yeah, maybe
Don't
they don't want
trouble
to bring
yourself.
their community up in the national dialogue since most people are talking about Hispanic and African Americans. They're just kind of like, let's just sit this one out.
There's also not a lot of Jews in the world anymore. I think the last stat I saw, there was like 15 million of us left.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
15 million.
And the stat from the World War II is that 6 million died in
In the
World War II. So think about just like, what are we now? Would you say we're 3 generations removed from World War II?
Probably, yeah.
My family's messed up
Give or take.
because we have long generations in my family.
Brag about
my
it.
dad. No, my dad had a kid at 45. So like, my dad was born in 1930.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
His mother was born in 1898.
Fuck.
Like
Your grandmother was born in 1890.
I know my grandmother was born. It makes me sound like I'm 1,000 years
Right.
old.
Your
Montgomery
grandmother's
Burns
almost
over here.
100 years older than me.
Yeah, I have to go home and get in my coffin and like cover myself with dirt, take my immortal nap.
Her apology tweet was, she wrote, "So to address the elephant in the room, #facts," and it's like a little screenshot of text. It says, "My comments on Twitter expressed my personal beliefs. My regret is that my comments and the public way I made them painted ESPN in an unfair light. My respect for the company and my colleagues remains unconditional."
That's a
think
good
that's fair.
apology.
That's a
That's
fair.
fair.
That's a total.
fair
Actually, I didn't
post.
know that. That's a good
Yeah.
apology. Yeah. I think I just read the headline on that one. So that's a good
Yeah.
apology. Yeah.
It's saying sorry on behalf of ESPN.
I got to change my career goal now. I got to find something that somebody else didn't want to do really bad and make somebody in my life do that. I got to figure it out.
You're already making LA.
Your life's hard.
She, I was going to say, when we talked about this earlier, the weird thing is I started as kind of like a joke. Like, here's this 100-pound British girl, and I'm going to make her do all this silly stuff. She's really fucking good at all this stuff. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, she goes into training. She comes out of training with, like, Navy SEALs now. She was with Navy SEALs this week. That's why. That sounds weird. She was with Navy SEALs, so she's super tired, guys. But everyone's impressed. Like, she's going to come out like a piece of steel out of this thing. It's going to be awesome.
You're tempering her. You're forging her.
And y'all are doing Whole 30
Ellie
now.
2.0. What's that?
You're doing Whole 30 now too, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. I think she fell out though.
Did you follow it?
No, I'm pretty good. I did a thing where we were making fun of Sophie and I put my foot in my mouth. Where Sophie was saying that I couldn't do the Whole 30. I was making fun of her for all the stupid shit she does.
Yeah.
And she said, she goes, well, you couldn't even do it. And I was like, I can do Whole 30. So I did it. Ashley's doing it and Ellie's doing it. Because it was basically on the podcast I did the one-on-one with Ashley where we all came up with it. And so Ashley and I have a benefit because we're together all the time and we can cook food together. But when I travel, it's fucking way harder.
Yeah.
Because you can basically only eat stuff that's one ingredient. You can only eat like steak or apple. Or
What's off limit? I know alcohol's off limit.
I'm 100% on no alcohol.
Yeah,
Doing
it's
great
always
there.
been easy for you. You don't drink very much.
That's true. I don't drink a lot. Which I was just hanging out with Jeff for a long time too, and he lost something like 35
It was
pounds.
40, yeah.
Yeah, mainly just by not drinking. It's like I almost wish I could do that. You know what I mean? Like I could just cut off drinking to do it. But it's the fact that he was able to do it is fucking crazy. Yeah, no dairy, no alcohol, no grains of any kind. They were getting the nutritionists on the internet were getting after me about it for being a irresponsible diet to talk
Yeah,
about.
you need them good carbs.
Good carbs.
Good carbs.
I
in your
eat
diet.
fucking sweet potatoes. I eat those. There's good carbs in there.
Delicious.
Sure.
Beta carotene, Gus. You have no beta carotene in your life. Maybe that's why you're such a grumpy Gus.
Where else do you get that? You can get that in carrots, right?
What?
You can get that in carrots, right?
You would think.
Yeah. Why, Barbara? Why would you think you get beta carotene?
Don't know. Don't know.
What's this outfit you have on
Carrots,
today?
Sweet potato.
It's
winter
reminiscent
squash.
of something.
Kale.
Is it?
I feel like it is.
I'm just wearing a hat.
No, but it's the shirt too.
This shirt.
Are you thinking of the hat from like 11 Little Roosters?
I might be.
Oh,
And then-
it kind of does.
And then the
look
red
like
and
that.
white
Yeah.
is like
That's what I thought when
It's
I
very
that's when I
Agent
said
Moose.
nice hat earlier.
Oh.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, I
11
didn't
Little
even think about
Roosters nominated for a Streamy.
It is.
The fuck? Who the fuck did we sleep with to get that?
Josh. Wait a minute.
Did you see Autumn from Sugar Pine 7 is going to get a tattoo of someone?
They need to leave that poor girl alone.
Hey, she tweeted that of
she
her
was
own
the one
volition.
who tweeted it. Yeah.
I know.
Wait, what'd she do?
She said if her tweet got to 10,000 retweets, she would tattoo the name of one of the Sugar Pine 7 cast members on her butt. And sure enough, I think it's at like 11.5 retweets right now.
Her account's been
11.5K.
suspended?
Why? Did you block her?
No, I just tried to go to her Twitter account and it says account suspended.
Oh, probably because she got like a lot of retweets that could possibly be. Yeah.
This
Maybe
account
they're
has been
investigating.
suspended. Learn more about why Twitter suspends accounts or return to your timeline. Uh-oh.
Let me see.
She started the poll yesterday to figure out who's
Free Autumn.
I
What
still
happened?
see it.
Did she show her butt?
I still see it on my phone.
Brandon.
No, I'm
Come on,
saying
maybe
like,
we
is that the
can-
reason?
Come on.
Is
Keep
that
it
the reason
professional.
why? No, I'm just the reason why they banned it.
It looks like Alfredo is the winner. So she'll be getting Alfredo tattooed on her butt.
Alfredo?
what were the options?
Oh, Alfredo. Sorry. I thought you meant Achievement Heart Alfredo, not
She's-
their assistant.
she's underscore Roughhouse, not Roughhouse.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong one.
She's getting Alfredo's name tattooed.
Yep.
I think she'd do his face too, because he's handsome.
He's very
One
handsome.
He's
one of
very,
the
very handsome.
He's definitely like the most attractive member of Sugar Pine.
I think she had some wishful thinking in her poll. One of the options was her own name. It was Autumn.
It was, yeah.
It was the one that received the least amount of votes.
Oh, I
think
bet.
People were like, no.
Raina was
You're
a
like,
close
getting away with
second.
this.
I mean, if you're gonna get a novelty tattoo, the butt's where to do it.
Yeah.
You know, not many people are gonna see that.
Well, not yours.
No.
Let's see. You know, what's up, bud? How you doing? Yeah, a novelty tattoo. Another place to get that is nowhere. That's what I would say. Don't get a novelty
You
tattoo.
get a novelty tramp stamp. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Barbara's got a tattoo now.
I do, yeah. I need to get it fixed up. It looks really shitty. I have a lot of people think it's like a string or like a Sharpie mark.
I
ever
don't
see it? Do we
think
get a
they
close-up on it?
showed it. I don't think they showed it in the documentary. But when Griffin was giving Michael his heart tattoo, I walked up and
Oh, I think it was in there,
I
wasn't it?
kicked the table. that
Yeah,
they were-
no, it's
is
in there.
Oh yeah.
And she gives you the
She gave-
look of
is
death.
that in there?
Yeah.
She gave me a look that was like it would have wilted a plant or a tree. It was amazing.
Oh.
Why did you pull it away just as they showed it?
I'm trying to. There it is.
There it is.
Ying.
Little
It's a
seagull.
bird.
Seagulls, right? There's seagulls, right? In Monty's thing? I always assumed they were seagulls.
It's whatever type
think it
of
was just birds.
bird.
I think when I was a kid, that's how I just drew seagulls.
Right.
Yeah, like that.
When are you drawing seagulls when you were a kid?
You draw the beach, sun in the sky with
When?
sunglasses on. That's
I always drew.
classic kid stuff.
I always drew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but when were you draw? You just sit down and just bored. You just draw one.
You didn't
day?
ever
What
have
did I draw
Who
as
did
a
you go
kid?
to?
You didn't ever have like art in kindergarten or first grade?
Oh yeah, no, I forgot about
You
that.
trained as a Russian spy.
Or just
What do
like you never just sat and drew as a kid.
Never sat and drew. No, not my forte. Did not enjoy that. Maybe that's why I blocked it
My
out.
brother was way better than me.
Oh wow.
I've always envied people who can
sad.
draw. People can draw and people can sing. Fuck those people.
Fuck everyone with talent.
I know, right? What are they doing, Barbara?
How did they get it?
Fuck them.
Where did they like?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have I've said this before. I don't have a correct connection to my hands. Like if I sit down to try to draw something, it's like my hand goes and does its own thing. Like that doesn't look anything like
Yeah.
what I was trying.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, stop.
My kids are not old enough. I've literally had this conversation with my kids. I said, look, here's where we're going to break this down. You need to learn to play an instrument, like play the guitar or play the piano. Okay. You need to learn how to do
You
one
got to
of those
make
two
daddy
things.
some money.
No, you just got to do one of those things. Your life will be immeasurably easier if you can just learn to play guitar or learn to play piano. Like even if you don't do it professionally,
Yep.
your life will be easier. You'll be better off. And they're like, you blah, 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 I don't want to do that or whatever. It's like, it's fine. We're going to remember I told you this. So it's like later in life, you're not going to be like, why did you teach me make me learn piano? Because I know that's coming. I did that to my parents,
Yep.
you know? And it's just like, this is your decision that you have made the decision. I gave you the advice. Your life would be way easier if you would play the piano or play the guitar.
So why
And you-
why an instrument? Out of all the skills you could
as
get,
opposed to what? Like kung fu?
Let's say like
Is it hot in here or am I nuts?
it's pretty warm.
I can see the value of a piano, but I play clarinet and saxophone, and
No,
I feel
but
like
Brandon,
there's nothing
no.
valuable about
you
that.
played clarinet and saxophone.
You're not
Why am
busting-
why am I just finding this out?
You didn't know that?
Can you still do it? Do we have a clarinet or a saxophone? That might be a ridiculous.
Matt might have a sax in his
Dude,
office.
it's just
Getting
you
a
got.
hard no.
It's like
What kind of saxophone did you play?
takes like 20 seconds to suck that reed, man. Make it good. That's the worst part of it.
What kind of saxophone did you play?
Alto. Tenor's the cool one.
So
Whenever
Matt
you
plays
see someone-
alto as well. Alto sax.
Yeah,
You guys should bond over that.
I just haven't played it since I was like 8th grade.
Also, you can't bust out a sax or a clarinet at like a campfire or something like that. Not that you can bust out a piano. but you get what's the one with the stupid straw? With the oboe?
Oboe, no.
The problem is you need something that you could play that you could sing at the same time.
Yeah, guitar or whatever. Well, or even if you can't sing, I just think your life's easier if you can play the piano. Like if you're at a party, someone sits down and starts playing the piano, it's like, oh, come on, asshole.
Or if
right?
You have to
Yeah,
be able to
no,
look
yeah,
cool
that's
too. Your
exactly-
face has to make like a good expression, not like a trumpet where you're like,
Like that's how everyone thinks of Dizzy Gillespie, right? It's like his cheeks like shooting out with a trumpet in his mouth.
Is that
Can't
just
wait
over
for that
time?
screenshot.
Or you can just like inflate your cheeks. Could I do that every day and get my cheeks
You,
where
like,
I could do,
stretch
like,
them?
be like a chipmunk and just inflate them?
You can store food in there.
Something blew my mind the other day, and I wish we could pull up the GIF, but I tried to show it to Ashley and I couldn't find it again. This blew my fucking mind. Somebody had a puffer fish and they pulled it out of the water, and it was puffed, and then it depuffed, but it basically just opened its mouth and water shot out.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And it just water came out. Of course it inflates with water, right? Of course, but I never made
I had
the
the
connection.
exact same reaction.
Yeah, it was just seeing it like expel all the water. I was like, oh, they're filled with water, not air. And it's like, of course that's the case.
Yeah, and then speaking of fish and something you don't think about, you know that really ugly fish where they call it like the blobfish or something?
Oh, right.
That, you know, they say it's like the ugliest fish in the ocean. That's not what it looks like.
Yes.
That it lives at such an extreme depth of the ocean that by the time it comes up to the surface, it's decompressed. So it's
Oh,
like
ew.
it's practically exploded. So you're seeing like an exploded version of it. So it's like if you look it up, you can see what that fish actually looks like at depth, and it looks like a normal fish. So basically, any of one of those fish that you've seen, you're just
Look
seeing
at Brian.
a horrible
Brian,
exploded
get in
version.
here.
Brian is here
Oh
with
my
musical
Oh my God, what do you
instruments.
Brian
have?
literally has 2 cases. This is Brian Beam. He is here with 2 cases,
Over there.
and they are musical instruments. You might remember
do you
Brian
have?
from.
CB.
Do we have a handheld? They're gonna grab it.
He's part of the hottest jazz trio, or jazz duo. Excuse me, duo for relationship goals.
Yeah, I've got a couple saxes here. I thought.
Brandon,
Do you have an unused reed?
what do you mean unused? What are you worried
I
about?
wanna
Brian's
suck on
clean
his
as they
reed.
come.
Let me see what I have in here. What?
Look at that. He does.
What's he worried about,
Here.
Barb?
I don't want to
I have a
suck on his
brand
reed.
new tenor reed.
What kind of saxophone is that, Brian?
Oh, it's a
I have an alto and a tenor. Do you play alto? or do-
alto.
He's an
Yeah,
alto.
tenor's a different scale.
Yeah, what is he,
Okay,
an asshole?
well,
What is that? It
let's
looks
see.
like gum.
I'm not entirely sure what
Brandon has a
shape
stick
this
in his
alto
mouth.
is into,
I want a popsicle. Are you handing out popsicles? What's going on over there?
but
You want no? Do you have an extra one? Give Bernie the reed.
Actually, listen, seriously, how much is a reed, Brian?
$2 or $3.
$2 or $3. Matt had a reed in his saxophone in college, and I just might have been drinking.
you want
and one
one
day I
to-
got, I'm good.
to-
I got his saxophone out and was like, purr, 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 blowing on it or whatever, and I split the reed. I'm not kidding. He did not forgive me for probably 2 or 3 years, and I was like, I thought I broke his saxophone because I split the reed. It was, and then I come to find out it's like just something you replace, and it costs $5.
No, it's a commitment, man. You gotta. It's not just like I'm not gonna be as good as I could be because I'm just sucking
Here
on
we go.
this thing.
Here we go. Already it
making
started.
excuses.
Well, did you expect him to be good at this, Gus?
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't wait to hear this.
I want to hear.
God.
I want to hear like some sexy sax man.
Wow, that was good.
I'm not sure how it's going to work with that, but you try it.
We'll see.
So
I'm so excited right now.
I kind of half said it as a joke. I didn't think anyone would actually have an instrument.
You gotta give me a couple more minutes. to get
Yeah, we'll
this
give
reed.
you, Brandon. We want you at your best. We are not going to rush you. Do you want to
This
get like
is where
an
we
internet
find out.
Here,
tutorial up?
why don't I do a read while I'll do my own read while you do that. So
Allow me to suck on this reed.
So I want to say thanks to Maltesers for sponsoring this episode of the RT Podcast. Maltesers are now in the United States, and to celebrate, we're going to be playing a game of mini cornhole with some Maltesers to see who's a better cornhole player. I was going to play with Brandon, but he's a little preoccupied. So Barbara, you want to play some mini cornhole with me?
Sure.
So go and check out Maltesers on
against the employee
Instagram
policy.
at instagram.com/Maltesers and give them a follow. And I got some Maltesers back. You want a Malteser, Bird?
He can't.
Oh, no, you can't.
I can't. Unfortunately, right now I can't because
Let's
one of
talk
the things I
about your
can't
diet.
have
He's on a special
is
diet.
sugar. Although, thank you for tempting me with the delicious candy that I love.
Okay. Okay, Bernie, I'll eat one for you.
Oh, stop. You're the worst. Thank you.
I did that backwards.
I just want to hire somebody that could just insert this in my mouth back and forth. So I can
Let me
just
finish
take
this, please, before you start saying gross things. All right.
Move the beer. Okay.
That's probably a good idea.
And the fork that Bernie gave me before the show.
Let's just do
Full of beer.
we'll do
Fork
5 each.
Forked her during the pre-show.
Wait, turn yours so it's like actually, there you go.
So, wait. The rules first.
We're just gonna do 5 each.
5 each. Whoever gets in the hole,
Whoever gets the most.
in the hole. Got it.
Okay, you go first.
That was close. That was pretty good. But that was terrible, Barbara. That was probably one of the worst throws I've ever seen. Gus, since you're
The one
going,
that you said was good is because the chocolate melted a little stuck on my hand.
My
we're
angle.
we picked yet another game up.
Oh. My angle is
So close.
So far, Barbara's got the
Damn
closest.
it.
So unless you get one in, Barbara's.
That was 5, so let's keep going till whoever gets one.
There's gonna be Maltesers all over the set.
Like, say it like it's a bad thing.
Crap. All right. Where did you get these little things, by the way?
Yeah, where did you get
Broadcast
this?
gave them to me.
Oh. My angle is so.
Why do we pick? Hey, Gus wins. Why do we
I
pick
got one more.
athletic games when we are the least athletic people on the planet?
Big round of applause to Gus. Anyway, thanks to Maltesers for sponsoring us. And I wouldn't call this athletic.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
This is Jack level athletic.
I'm sitting here thinking, what's the game you're good at? I know what Barbara's going to say she's
PUBG.
good at. I'm way better than Barbara at this game.
Give
And
me-
she's going to try to say she's better than
What
me. but I'm
game
way
are
better.
you
What's a game we play in bars? I feel like I haven't been in a bar with you in forever, but like when we go out.
Shuffleboard?
Nope. What's the other game we play?
Air hockey.
I'm way better than you at it. What's a good bar game that you play?
PUBG. Oh, God.
PUBG. Get out of here. You can't say a video game. What are you good at?
Foosball.
You're good at football?
Yeah.
I hate football.
What game are you talking about?
Oh, good. You don't remember? So I'm the best person that I know in the game where you take the ring on the string and you try to hook it. See, you didn't even remember, Barbara.
I don't-
You didn't even remember the thing. Now
Because
you're
I'm so good at it that I
shut
just.
the fuck up. I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't know if a lot of people who don't live in Austin know what that game is.
I actually learned that in the Bahamas of all places, and I was
oh.
super excited to see it in Austin.
I was gonna say, is it an American game? But
The game we're describing is there's a little hook on the wall, like just a normal like little eye hook.
like a metal hook.
Yeah, metal hook, not an eye hook, but yeah, a little metal hook. And then you have a string, a very long string with a metal ring attached to it, and you stand back probably like 10 feet, 12 feet.
Oh no, like 5 feet, 5-6 feet.
Is that I mean so? And then
Yeah.
you swing it like a pendulum. And you try to hook it on the hook.
That seems impossible to me.
Very simple
seems
game.
Super impossible.
I'm so good at it. Barbara will admit I'm the best person that she knows at playing this game.
He's not. He's not. He's actually shit at it.
I personally like it because I have an advantage because when I'm playing, I'm sitting there playing and Barbara takes turns with me. But in between, every time Barbara takes a turn, some dude comes up and hits on her. So it's like this constant
I was
distraction.
actually gonna
I
say
think-
the last time I was at a bar that had this game, I was like doing it, and like I would like hook it, and then I would do it some more. And of course, a guy would come along every time I'm like not getting it on, and
Yeah.
he goes, "You want me to help you with that?"
Oh,
And
God.
I'm like, I don't actually.
It's
And
the
he'd like
best.
come up behind me. He'd be like, "So what you want to do
Oh,
is just
God.
switch."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Fuck
Let me
off.
mansplain the
fucking
game
got
to you.
it.
I think Brandon is ready here. Brandon, what song?
Look at this.
no,
Look at his face.
Song? I was just
Look at
hoping
his
to do a
confident
scale.
face.
I guess I can do 3, 2, 1, 2.
Don't tell us. Let us try to guess.
Hot cross
I
buns.
need to try to get
let the music
I,
flow
I
through
hope
you.
the saxophone works.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't it work?
Because
Okay.
Dude, I'll take it.
that was way better than I was expecting, Brandon.
Brandon, I would have fucked you so bad right now.
I haven't played a saxophone from 9th grade. It's sad that you can remember that. Or 8th grade.
There was some applause back there.
Good job.
Brandon, I'm so impressed.
That was good, man.
You busted that out. I
It's
mean,
like muscle memory, I guess. It's just all the read. You just got to get the right amount of suck.
Brian, do you want to regale us with something real?
Let me put my tenor together.
All right, he's gonna put it together.
He's getting another sax together.
This is great. We got fucking a musical episode of the Rashid podcast. What can you play?
I actually used to play the piano, but
Okay.
only by ear.
But only by ear.
Yeah,
Gus,
I-
anything you?
I took guitar lessons for like a year when
Me
I was
too.
like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I tried to learn the guitar and I gave up after about a month.
Yeah, were you pissed?
Well, my fingers are double jointed, so every time I would try to press down, my fingers would like bend backwards.
Ah, it's
It was
horrible
hard to like
for
really
you.
get a good grip on it.
You're a freak in a way.
Yeah.
Think about it.
A lot of ways.
I know it's an excuse in lots of people who are double jointed, but I gave up because of that.
Is that what it is?
Excuses.
I gave up because I couldn't, and it was a brief amount of time. I felt like I should hold the guitar the other way.
Oh,
I
like you
felt-
like lefty style?
Yeah, I felt like I should strum with my left and work the fret with my right, is what I thought. So
Why didn't you just try that?
I should have
Brian
tried
says
it.
he'll be
but I
right
didn't.
back. Oh.
They told me I shouldn't. You know, it's a weird thing. There used to be a period in time. I don't think I'm left-handed in anything. But there used to be a period of time where if you were left-handed, they would try to train it out of you.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I know people that their parents were trained not to be left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird thing. What's up, buddy? Brandon looked for the mic. He looked behind him. It was just on an arm.
No, I didn't know. I was like, something's missing. I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, something is not
It's
right.
good you
here.
realized that, though.
It's kind of key to the podcast is the microphone. It's like the number one requirement.
And apparently laptops. Like, what memo did I miss?
You missed the memo that Gus has been using a laptop for the last couple of years.
Actually, you used to not use
I used to
laptops.
not.
It used to only be Bernie.
I used to use
And then
the,
you
I was the
started.
informative one.
in order to get more involved with Twitter and keep up with the with the tweets.
Is that what it
I'm
is?
concentrated on keeping up with the
All right, good for you
conversation that
guys.
we're having on the podcast with each other.
I'm interested in communicating with the community because without the community, we're really nothing, Barbara.
But do 3 out of 4 of us need to be communicating?
I don't know what
with
the fuck they're doing.
I just have stuff for reference if I need it. I mean, usually I have it when you're not here, but I guess I don't really. I'll close.
I've also got my killer ad reads.
Do we have the Apple TV set up? Can we do have shared
I assume
airplane?
so. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
thumbs
we
up.
do.
Okay. Do you guys have my feed right now?
Oh, God, please no.
Can we see it?
Don't do it.
I think I see a thumbs up in the control room.
Oh, is that Brando? Your
That is
first chair?
me with a saxophone.
Aw.
Look at you. You got a cummerbund on and everything.
Yeah, I was first. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, you
We should
you
be.
had the photo readily available.
No. I texted my mom and she sent it. She took a photo of it.
That's cute.
Oh, it's when I had the mustache and I look. Oh, thank God you can't see it.
I could
that's
see the
great.
mustache.
Good thing I didn't have the orange highlights.
Oh, did you have frosted tips?
I tried to be cool and do red. It just came out orange. And I was already a nerd.
You got some frosted tips now?
Do I really?
Well, they're like gray.
No,
doesn't
she's not
make me
kidding.
feel
She
good.
says she's just kidding,
I'm
but
just kidding.
it's totally there. We all see it.
It's okay.
Are you paranoid at all about going gray?
No, I'm not. You know, whatever happens,
Mine's
happens.
accelerated.
As long as I have my hair, I'm not going to lose it because I have so much of it. I'm all right.
Are you
That's
ready,
how I feel,
Brian?
Brando.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, it's like at this point I can't really complain
Oh, he's
about
got the wig
going
on.
gray.
Brian's
'cause
gonna
it's like,
belt it out.
I have my
Where are
hair.
we? We're right here.
Oh, book. He busted out the relationship goals wig too. Who is that man?
Get up here, right in the light.
God, that's so attractive.
Yeah.
It sounded about. They both sounded about the same,
Oh
right?
yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, man.
It's so attractive to watch somebody do something like that, isn't it? It's just like, what is it?
Absolutely, yeah.
What is it?
Are you turned on? Were you turned on when I was playing?
A little bit.
Really?
Well, when the people do it well. How about
What,
that?
what about like when people watch me play PUBG? Is it the same?
What?
It's like
Yeah.
like tomato.
Do you know I haven't played PUBG in like 2 months now? It could be an entirely different game when I go
I
back.
have no
It's
idea.
very
I
different.
have
They
no idea what
patched
the
in-
game is.
Foggy scenarios.
I heard this.
It's awesome.
They also, the Tommy gun is now a drop.
Tommy Guns Drop, they added a Mini 14, which I'm super happy about. The Mini 14's really overpowered right now.
Is it?
Do you want to explain it for people who don't know the game?
We've talked about it.
Everybody
All right,
knows
never
it's
mind.
million
literally the
times.
most popular game in the world.
I've never.
Yeah, they
played it.
broke the record.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the fog. It's great because people have not really modified their play strategy in foggy scenarios. So they get in the car, and you're dead if you get in the car because then people can hear you and like you know a lot further away when there's someone close to you.
Yeah.
So like when I played a foggy map once, so anytime I heard a car, I would just go prone, and every time they drive right by me to stand up and kill them.
I was talking to Alfredo about getting a PC because he apparently helped Michael build his. And I think I want to get it like just to try PUBG because everyone here talks about it all the time. I
Come on,
feel
Barbara.
like I'm being left out of a conversation.
I have a LAN set up in my house. You can come over anytime you want. We'll play PUBG.
I got one
Anytime.
right over
What
here.
about me?
What's that?
I
Brandon,
come?
you're welcome to. Blaine and John come over to my house more than I'd like to admit.
You calling out John right now?
What's that?
You
No,
talking
just
shit
kidding.
about him?
Yeah. More so Blaine. I like to make fun of Blaine because he takes it so personally.
Yeah.
He gets really like worried and
If
upset.
he doesn't
it's
get
like-
invited to something, but if he doesn't invite someone else, he doesn't see the problem.
Oh right, that's everyone we know, Barbara.
Yeah, that's true.
Is one of-
I've had a conversation with someone recently that said, "Oh, you did this thing. Why didn't you? I was around. Why didn't you invite me?" And I said, "Because you've literally never invited me to anything for the 10 years that I've known you.
Yep.
It's just those words have never crossed your lips. So I just like I didn't think of it. Sorry."
Thanks, Brian.
Is he one of those people that you invite him to something and he says, "Who's coming?" And it's like, "Fuck you, I'm there."
Blaine actually does do that. Blaine, but he says he does that for a reason.
I do that to you as well.
Because you want to avoid certain people or what?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Blaine's thing was it was to watch Game of Thrones, and he wanted to judge whether or not they were going to talk. And I told him after he decided not to come, he made the right decision. We had to
That was the night we had Robbie over.
Yeah, that was kind of a yakety yak group.
Did you guys watch the finale with a bunch of people? The last season finale?
No, I actually watched that alone at home.
I think I was in Vegas for the GameStop thing.
Yeah, you guys were,
Yeah, I was in Vegas.
You were gone.
I was hanging out with Troy Baker.
Lucky.
Lovely Troy Baker.
You're so lucky.
brag
I was
about it.
lucky.
Troy
I was
Baker's one of
lucky.
my favorite human beings in the entire world.
He's a good human being.
Yeah,
He is solid.
very solid.
9 out of 10. Solid.
So he's like a solid 11.
You gotta leave room for somebody. Have you met Alan Richardson? Young lady?
Yeah, that's true. They're both good people.
They're good people.
Good
Yeah.
peeps.
Alan Richmond made me question so many things.
He's such a handsome person.
so
I got so
handsome.
upset his show Blood Drive was canceled on Sci-Fi. I was gonna
Oh,
say
is he looking
Sci-Fi.
for work?
What's that? What?
You got something that could work?
So here we go.
I'm just saying.
By the way, very professional man, excellent thespian. That's all I want to say. Wonderful person. Wonderful person.
All right. So,
I actually haven't seen him in a long time. Next time I go to LA,
I would love to see Troy Baker and Alan Richardson in a room together.
I bet you would. What room would you like to see them in?
you getting a new iPhone? Can we bitch about Apple yet?
I'm getting the iPhone X. There's 2 iPhones
iPhone
in one,
10.
Gus. How weird is that?
Oh, Brendan,
Finally, your prophecy after 7 years has come true.
By the way, if you go read the argument that I should know that off the top of my head, the person who did that incredible animation of us arguing about the iPhone 5.
even he was wrong, though.
No, everyone in the comments is like, "Oh, what's it like, Gus? Now that you're wrong." after all
No,
these
he was
years?"
wrong. The premise of how he cut it was wrong. We were talking about the 4S, not the 5.
Okay.
Because we at the time the 4 was the
Screaming
current
the
phone.
iPhone 5 isn't fucking
Because
out yet.
we had the iPhone 4. We didn't know the 4S was coming. We were calling it the 5 because we were at the 4. The 4S was the phone we were arguing
I
about.
can feel the split screen coming.
Get
They've got it queued up.
fucked.
They've got it queued up in the control
I
room
don't know if they
right
have it
now.
ready.
Speaking
I can feel it.
of iPhone, I got these finally.
You got AirPods.
I got the little AirPod thing.
those are dope.
Oh, I'm
Change.
so jealous.
It's like life changing.
Next year, you can put them on a
Life-changing.
mat and they can charge.
They're so good.
It's incredible.
Will those ones we have now
I think
air
you need a
charge?
new case.
I'm really excited about the air charging. Listen, or the whatever the
Air power?
Is it wireless charging?
No, well, I
Yeah.
think it has to be laying down on the
Pad?
charging mat.
You mean you don't still throw it through the room?
This
It
is
just
where
doesn't
it all
charge
falls
randomly
apart.
in your
No, I
room.
think there's technology out there, and they were hoping it would be where you just have to have it within like 3 feet of.
I would whatever that device is. I wouldn't fucking buy it because I don't want electricity flying through my
Right.
house.
Isn't
It's worth it.
air power
Worth
just
it.
called lightning? Like, haven't they kind of put themselves into a corner here?
You just put a lightning rod on it. And you like take a chain like in an old sci-fi movie and run it up to the ceiling and it charges the
It
phone.
might charge
Man.
every few months.
You put on special socks and you rub your feet on a shag carpet floor, and while you're holding your phone, it charges.
I would do it. I hate cables so much.
I hate cables too, Brandon. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Cables are the fucking worst. That's why when they went to Bluetooth earphones, I was like, that everyone will be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Thank you.
There was, so you know that iPhone 10
Cables suck.
has that stupid new feature where it uses your face to unlock it instead of
Right.
your
People, why are
fingerprint.
people upset about that?
Stupid.
It's just stupid. I don't see the need for it. We already have a system that works.
I'm sure
I
you can turn
think
it off.
physically it was a thing of I
can-
don't think they could do it and take away the home button.
I can
think
turn
that
off
was-
Touch ID.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like we already have Touch ID. Whatever.
Someone
But I
did
saw-
say something about civil rights where some of the cops could hold it up to people's faces and unlock their phone.
you can disable it.
Or if you have
If you're thinking about it.
an asshole twin.
But I saw that
Brandon.
Some people have. There's a lot of twins in the world. I'm sure some
they
of them are
talked about
assholes.
evil twins in the presentation. I saw people started selling face masks you can wear when you sleep.
Asshole twin sounds like somebody with the same asshole as you. That's
so you-
gross.
So your significant other can't unlock your phone while you're asleep.
Do your eyes not have to be open?
Your eyes do have to be open. So
Okay.
it's like the whole premise is kind of bullshit.
That would
but
be
can
funny
you
if, like,
imagine
you're going
buying
like
one of
this.
these
Mask.
and then
Right.
and then being like, listen, honey, I'm gonna go to sleep with this mask on now
Yeah.
for some reason, and don't worry about
I
it at
trust
all.
you.
That's like bringing up a prenup before you get married. There is no sly way to do that.
To me, honestly, if you have access to someone's smartphone,
or someone's face.
search history, emails, texts, everything. In a lot of ways, it's almost like having access to someone's train of thought.
Yeah.
Of the way how often we use these things now.
It's extremely personal.
Would you want ever the ability to read your significant other's thoughts? All of them. And
No.
you don't have a choice of which ones you hear and which ones you don't.
I'm
I
mad-
wouldn't want that,
No.
right?
No.
I wouldn't. That's why it's like we all recognize.
I got enough going on up here. I don't
exactly.
need like more.
You, that's your phone. You do you.
Right.
Whatever you got
It
going on.
depends
it's
on what
fine.
type of situation you're in.
Not you. I mean, you get that phone, you're gonna find something probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna find something.
I'm adamant
Something you don't
about
want to
not.
see.
not getting Paula's security code. I'm like, that's your business. You can do with it whatever you want to do. Even if it comes back to bite me, that's just there are certain rights that people should be able to maintain
Even just
even
search
today.
history. Like, do you really want to know your significant other, like what they watch on porn, what they're searching for?
No,
Yeah, right.
really.
See, that would be a thought that you wouldn't be able to filter out.
But then I know couples, like my parents included, who know each other's passcodes and are like on each other's phones all the time.
They got secrets.
Would you want?
I think after being married for like almost 40 years that they probably don't.
Really? Are they at 40 years, the Dunkelmans?
They will be, and if I think they're at 37.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Would you ever put?
Maybe
your,
not. Maybe I'm way off.
Did they wait to have your brother because you're nowhere near 40?
My brother's 30.
If they waited 10 years to have
No,
kids?
when were they
For
married?
shame, Barbara.
It might,
you really
it
should
might
have
be,
a better
it
idea.
might be like 33 years. I think. I'm
Yeah,
off.
that's like a typical thing. Like a couple years.
Mom
in
and
marriage
dad
to have
text
kids.
me because I'm a bad daughter.
Yeah, you're a bad daughter. What year were they married?
I don't know.
How do you not
Oh.
know that?
I
What
think
year were your parents married?
80.
77.
Yeah, my parents were married in 70.
I want to say like 84, 83, or 84.
Man, ungrateful.
Do you know
bad
your parents'
daughter.
wedding anniversary date?
March. I think it's either March 22nd or May 22nd. I think it's May 22nd.
Okay, while we're talking about this, let me fill you in on some of these AirPods. Bring this all back together.
AirPods.
Okay, what are they called?
No, I'm just laughing because they're stupid.
This is stupid. They're stupid, but they're great.
They're stupid.
You're an idiot, Gus.
Stupid. So stupid. Bose quality comfort. Ah.
You're wearing a fucking headset. Like,
I like
you're a teenager from the
I
Bronx.
want headsets. I want over ear. I don't want shit in my ears. I don't want shit in my ears that's gonna fall
Have
out
you
and I'm
used
gonna
them?
fucking lose it.
Have you used them?
No.
Shut your fucking
They
mouth.
not gonna
don't fall.
fucking
They
use
don't
them.
fall out of your ears.
Well, I'd
Or
have-
when they do, guess what happens? The music immediately stops because it pauses when you pull one out.
Until you're asleep on a plane, you don't realize
If you
it.
go like
then
this
it falls.
with your
and you're
stupid
gone.
headphones, we go like this, it doesn't pause the music. You're still fucking, musicking it up.
Yeah,
Still
that's not a
going
problem.
crazy.
Why would I ever do that? Why is that
When
a problem?
somebody fucking talks to you and you pull your headphone, you go, what? And then it
I put the
pauses
headphones on
music.
so they don't talk to me.
Doesn't work, does it?
Oh,
You get
most
bugged all
of the time, yeah.
So I had a pair of AirPods that I misplaced.
Mhm.
See, this is exactly what I just said.
Have you never misplaced earphones before?
No,
You ever misplaced your phone?
Ever?
no,
Ever?
I know
Yeah, but-
where my stuff goes. My stuff goes somewhere, and that's where it fucking
So
is.
why would
It's
you?
just a
Why
thing.
would that be any different with earpods?
Here you
You
go.
would know where your stuff goes.
He lost it?
The
I'm
thing
just
is,
saying.
normal
Because he doesn't know where his shit
I
goes.
lose shit all the time.
they're like $130.
I'm pretty sure I had
though.
a third kid at one point.
Good headphones are expensive.
I know, but it's like I know I'm gonna lose it, so I don't buy it because it's
So
super expensive.
you-
but I
you-
buy shitty, cheap headphones because I know I'll lose it anyway.
So
It's no
you
big deal.
you lost your stupid headphones.
I misplaced them, right? And I couldn't find them. And I knew it was going to take, at that time, it took like 6 weeks to get new ones. So I thought, I'm just going to order another pair because I'm not going to find these things. Of course, in the 6 weeks that they were being delivered,
You
I
them.
found them.
Of course.
So I had these new ones coming. And then I thought, oh, I could cancel the order. Or, I like these things so much, I'll just give them to Ashley for her birthday. It was in May.
the new ones.
So I gave her the new ones. They came in and I got her the new ones. Come to find out, she's like, yeah, but you just got these for a replacement for yourself. I said, well, they're still brand new. It's also it's like $160
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
It's a good gift. She's like, nah, you got it as a replacement for yourself. I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
what?
No, I'm on Ashley's side here. I am 100% on Ashley's side.
Listen,
this was a gift of convenience. There was no thought of Ashley when you bought this gift.
But he could have returned it.
I could have not even returned it, Brandon. I could have canceled the order.
Yeah.
4 weeks in advance, and I thought, oh no, look at this thing. Now I have a thing where I can get this thing for the birthday.
That's not the
Good gift.
the narrative is
Good
fucked
gift.
up. The narrative is fucked up.
Bernie, if it makes you feel better, I'm on your side.
Look who you've got on your side.
I'm worried. So what's Paula's big pet peeve with you? Like going around the house?
Pick one.
One.
Jeez.
We know her father hates you. Brandon's
doesn't
father-in-law hating him got to be one of the top trending videos on YouTube.
It was right next to PewDiePie's apology video. It was awesome.
Did you show it to him?
No, we're gonna show it to him when he comes into town in a couple weeks. Paula's gonna
Okay.
subtitle it in Spanish. He doesn't hate me. He just knows I think that I'm, he wants grandkids. And I must present him with a grandkid. And I think as long as I do that,
Are
he'll
you
be
going
okay.
to? Are you guys gonna have kids?
I feel like I owe it to him.
But
Really?
Do you want
Is that your
kids?
choice for having kids?
That's a good
Yeah.
reason. I felt like I
Yeah.
owed it to someone.
Yeah.
Do you want kids?
We made a
I
bet.
don't want to spend money on the kids. That's the thing.
You want to do what?
I don't want to spend money on a kid.
You don't have to.
Can you rent a kid?
I want to adopt like a 17-year-old just so I could like have that connection.
Then if you're paying for the most expensive years of their life, you're about to pay for college.
Oh no, if they want to go to college, they better get a scholarship. I'm not going to put my kid better have
As a
Your
person
17-year-old foster kid.
As a person who currently owns a 15-year-old one, you don't want the 17-year-old. Trust me. That's when you're like, oh, you're leaving soon. Good.
Here, what?
Get rid of you.
I'm going to text Paula.
You-
and
don't
ask
you remember-
her-
As someone who owns a 15-year-old.
Don't you remember when you were 17? I
was the
left home
biggest
at
little
17.
shit.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I knew everything.
I knew
Everyone else
everything.
was so stupid.
I knew everything.
God
Yeah,
damn.
I moved away from home at 17, almost 18.
It is funny. What was the moment when you flipped from knowing everything to being like, I don't know shit? And it's just funny how little I know in life.
It's probably like
30?
I was gonna say late 20s.
Yeah.
I would say early 20s.
No, God, no. You haven't gotten there yet.
But like 23, 24, I was like,
It was
man,
like-
I don't know shit.
28, I think, is when it finally happened. I was like, oh no, I'm actually really dumb.
That's where I'm at now.
You think you're dumb?
I'm an idiot. Yeah. I don't know shit.
Don't know anything.
I really don't. And it depresses me when I meet people who know so much about the world and so much about different movies and pop culture and shit. And I'm like, how do you learn all this stuff? How do you have time to watch everything and read everything and know everything? It's so much.
How do they?
I don't know.
Who's the most annoying like that? The problem is when you get groups of people, everybody
everyone.
knows a little bit about something. So it makes you feel like you don't know shit.
Or on the podcast, everybody knows nothing about everything.
Well, even
I
with
feel like
when
we
you
get
guys
dumber on the podcast. Like, I feel like you're a
Yeah.
smart person, Gus.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm dumb here.
No, I feel like when we talk about science, I have nothing to contribute. I don't know shit about science.
Well, we don't either. Just go through the
I know,
comments.
but-
I disagree. I've taken like collegiate level science courses. I feel pretty confident. I didn't take fucking astronomy, which is where
You know-
where apparently I upset the most amount of people.
When I was a freshman in college, my freshman chemistry teacher, my freshman chemistry professor won a Nobel Prize while he was my professor.
Wow.
And it was like, great. Like you knew it's like, he was a great guy. He got fine. He was a fine guy, but it's like he won the Nobel Prize. It's like, great. I'm not going to see that guy the rest of the semester now, right? Like he's just going to be like riding that Nobel Prize publicity train. And yeah,
He's gone.
he was gone for quite a bit.
That's better than knowing how to play guitar or piano. You can win a Nobel Prize, but I'm not going to tell my kids they got to go out and win a Nobel Prize. What are all the categories? It's like all the branches of science, like chemistry, physics,
biology.
You know, we could be here all day naming sciences, but like, is there stuff?
Can we really?
Is there stuff beyond that? Like, there's a Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel
Okay.
Prize.
So, what are the other categories that are non-scientific? Not that peace isn't
There's
scientific.
literature,
but
right?
Nobel
Is it
War
like poet
Prize.
laureate?
That's like the hippie science.
Is there a journalist or is that a different award?
That's a
Journal
Pulitzer,
for
buddy.
Pulitzer. Yeah.
All Nobel Prizes. Okay.
Let's see if there's one we can win. Let's go through categories.
I guarantee you there's not one.
Oh, I got one of these.
There's not that many.
What is the Nobel Prize named for, Barb? Who is it named for?
Patrick Noble.
And what did he do?
He was
You'd be surprised.
sex worker.
There you go. You got it. What is it, Brandon?
Is it Alfred Nobel?
No, what did he invent? Like, what was the thing that he invented? Gus, do you know this?
No, I thought he was just a philanthropist.
Oh, am I crazy? I thought the person who the
I could be
Nobel
wrong.
Prize is named after is the inventor of dynamite, which seems weird because of the Nobel Peace Prize. Like, dynamite doesn't seem like a peaceful thing.
Yep. You are
Yeah, but
correct.
it's a big
Yeah, he's the
part of.
inventor of dynamite, right? Okay, God, you scared the shit
I think it was a big part
Oh.
of engineering and construction. Like the invention of dynamite allowed us to do a lot of.
So
You create a lot of.
Yeah, you know when we sorry.
Okay, I've got all the Nobel Prizes here.
All right. Well,
Oh, yeah.
on this point though, is you don't think about how often dynamite is used. We were driving out through West Texas yesterday, Ashley and I, and you drive through these stone hills where they just decided I-10's going through this baby,
Right.
and they just and she's like they dug out. I go, no, they don't dig it out, they blast it out.
Yeah.
And so Ashley, for some reason, got online and went through this like drilling and blasting tutorial. So now she knows everything about how to like carve through a mountain with dynamite. So Barbara, that's how people find things out.
It may come in handy.
Wikipedia.
Nobel Prize
What are you doing in the car?
in physics. Nobel Prize
Not
in
winning that one.
chemistry.
Not winning that one.
Nobel Prize in physiology or medicine.
I defer.
Maybe.
Nobel Prize in literature.
I got that one. I'm doing it.
Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, and good luck. The Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel.
On it.
Let's do that.
On it.
You could do that one.
Yeah, I can.
Economics is bullshit anyway. I mean, right? It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
Economics is like the religion of money.
I read an article that the vacancy rate in downtown LA residencies is like a 17-year high.
I read the same thing. So that would indicate via my Springer Gip Award in economics, that would think that prices would then fall.
We're looking at a supply and demand situation.
We are. And we are on the point in the supply curve where there is too much supply, indicated by the vacancy
Who said the
rate.
stupid supply and demand thing? Was it Rick Perry?
Supply and demand? What do you mean stupid
Oh
thing?
yeah, he got it backwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it was absolutely Rick Perry.
Well, there's different philosophies. Like Reagan was a supply side economics guy. That was a big deal.
The trickle down theory, is that what you're referring to?
His quote was, "Here's a little economics lesson: supply and demand. You put the supply out there, and the demand will follow."
That's supply side economics, I believe. I think that was the big Reagan push, was supply side economics.
I don't know, maybe you create the illusion that
Look up supply side
I'm looking it
economics.
up
like
right
I
now.
don't know, it's kind of like how they did diamonds. They created the supply and manufactured the demand, and because they had the
They
supply, they were
restricted
able
the
to
supply.
like
Supply side economics is a macroeconomic theory that argues economic growth can be most effectively created by lowering taxes and decreasing regulation.
Yeah.
According to supply side economics, consumers will then benefit from a greater supply of goods and services at lower prices, and employment will increase.
So not quite like
Not
increasing supply to make demand.
Right.
arguably cost George H.W. Bush his presidency.
Something DOO economics.
No one cares.
Voodoo economics.
If you're ever hiding in a janitor's closet and someone opens it up, you could yell supplies.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I'm gonna go home now.
That would be.
Please, that would be for the best.
Paula got back to me about her biggest pet peeves about me, and it was a little too easy.
Hold on one second. We'll come back to that. So you
Okay.
think prices in downtown LA are going to
Sorry.
drop?
Oh yeah, they have to, and they're still building like crazy.
Real estate prices don't drop anymore. It doesn't happen.
It's gotta. Like
Nope.
I feel that's an indicator. Prices have to go down there. Like people keep bitching that prices in Austin increase all the time.
They do.
And that that Austin's in a bubble. But I don't think it is. Just because there's so many people who move here all the time.
Yeah.
We don't have nearly enough construction going on for people to move here.
Here's the thing: wherever those like residences are, how close are they to the new Rams stadium? No, I can't even call it a
It's
stadium.
all
It's a
downtown
complex.
LA. I don't know where the Rams.
The Rams are south of there, I think. I think the Rams are in. I want to say they're in Inglewood is where the new stadium is.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I don't know. It could be
I'm
wrong.
looking it up.
I
Right.
don't know my
gonna
LA
kick
neighborhoods
off,
as
that's
well as
gonna
they
kick
should.
off like the next wave of renovation.
You will.
and inflation in that area.
Gentrification is what's going to
Inglewood.
kick off. Inglewood.
Yeah.
it is. Look at me, you knowing shit about LA.
There you go.
Look at you.
Look at me. So what's your wife say? There's the worst things.
Your pet peeve.
That I forget things.
This is gonna be a list we're gonna identify way more with, Barbara, than the Nobel Prizes.
Oh yeah.
That I forget things such as experiences, memories, and just things where you left. The fact that you just leave shit everywhere, like your keys. That is their biggest pet peeve because she always has to wait for me while I find. That's why I can't get the ear pods because I know I'll lose them.
AirPods.
Whatever.
I have a history of losing things, and I don't really lose things anymore, but I still act like a person who loses things constantly, where I'm always getting out of a car. Like when I get a cab, I turn around and I like sit there and look over the entire cab.
I mean, I do that anyways, and I don't lose stuff a lot.
When I leave, and I'm always like, "Oh shit!" Oh no, here it is. And I always have that moment of, "Oh no, I got it."
The best
Yeah.
was when you lost your car key in a forest.
That is true, and I didn't know that I lost it. It fell out of my pocket.
And it was like, I lost my key somewhere between this point and half a mile in that direction.
The only thing I ever care about when I'm traveling is my passport and my wallet. And my phone.
Amazing Race. We
Could
learned
not give
that.
a fuck about anything else.
Passport's all we cared about.
Yeah.
You lose your passport, you're out. That's it.
You needed to check in, right? At the end of a
Yeah,
leg?
you had to have your passport.
I will
You
literally
can lose
do,
all your money, you're fine. You can lose your clothes, you're fine. Lose your passport,
Yeah,
you're fine.
I do a passport check probably once every 10 minutes when I'm traveling international. Yeah.
In the season you were in Zanzibar, someone had misplaced their passport, right? Then they had to go back and look for it.
And we need to go to Zanzibar.
Wasn't you guys? Was it a different season? Maybe it was another season then.
There was another season. I think the season right after
Oh,
ours.
it was the season after
Yeah.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like season 10. There was a team that was disqualified for it. A cab drove off with the guy's bag and had their passport in it.
Such a
Done.
shame.
And that production's not going to stop. They moved on. Those guys were in Russia for like a month and a half, trying to get out. Yeah,
That's terrifying.
they don't stick around. They're like, we're going to Chamonix, France, or whatever.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good thing you're an adult. You'll figure it out.
we're off the push car.
Could have got a job at a fake news farm.
Fake news farm. Oh, you mean in Russia?
Mm-hmm.
That was like 19 or by 2007. But sure, why not?
It would have been seeds back then.
Yeah,
Little
you-
fake news seeds.
Have you guys been to Spain?
I've never been to Spain.
Never.
Never been to Spain?
Never been to
I'm going to Spain after RTX London.
España.
España.
Why are you going to Spain? Got a guy?
No,
What's going on?
What's the
me
name?
and Bethany are actually going after RTX London because we're already going to be over in Europe, and we're just going to hop a flight over to Spain. We're going to go to Barcelona and Madrid.
My mom spoke Castilian Spanish, so she spoke with a lisp like you just did, like that Barcelona.
It's
I think
sexy.
Yeah, and it's so she could always tell too. Like she would try to speak Spanish to people in Texas. They're like,
Yeah, I think
Not-
you.
It's not
Yeah.
the same.
It's weird.
It's not the
so
same.
weird. Like that's one of the most intimidating things about going to Spain for me. I think is I would be like, I'm already self-conscious about my Spanish, but I'd be like super self-conscious, and I wouldn't be able to understand anybody. I'd be like, what the fuck are
I
you
know
saying to me?
Ola,
Means hello.
and that's it.
Yeah, but my name's Gustavo. They'd be like,
Barbara-
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
let me tell you something. You're gonna be totally fine.
I know I'll be
traveling
fine.
internationally. You're gonna be fine.
I know,
People are
well-
gonna be so patient with you. You're gonna find so many helpful men who are.
We're
just
also
like,
going to be
They'll teach
in
you how to
like
play
the
the ring
big touristy
go to
spots.
go to the what's the island with all the orgies? What's that called? Right off of Spain.
Abila, Ibiza,
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Go to Ibiza.
There's a lot of orgies there.
Oh my god,
And
so
foam.
many foam.
and in
Yeah,
the
I was
orgies
gonna
they happen
say,
in the foam.
There's foam and orgies.
But I'm literally going to eat and like sit on a beach and sightsee.
Getting an orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Don't listen. Don't pass up the
Don't
opportunity
pass
to go to a foam orgy. You got this.
You can do most of those
Go to
things
Ibiza.
in the
In
foam
Ibiza?
orgy.
Go to Ibiza. Traveling with Bethany would be my nightmare.
No, traveling with Bethany's the best.
I can't imagine that's the case.
Why nightmare?
I don't know, because I feel like we'd be going to Starbucks and taking selfies all the time. You know what I mean?
She never does that.
I just feel like we'd be like, Bethany's like a walking Marilyn Monroe quote to me. She's like living her best life all the time. It's just like, I can't keep up with it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
She's
Bethany
fabulous.
is probably my favorite person to travel with.
I got one better.
Excuse me.
Sorry, she's awesome. What's up?
What's so good about her?
She approaches travel with the same crazy methodical mindset that I do about like how to get around and how you move through a city.
What's that?
It's insanity. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. It would take a long time.
Okay.
I'm a great person to
Is
travel
the theory
with.
going to put
Who's your,
together? to get
who's
a
your
Nobel
favorite
Prize?
person to travel with, though, if you got to travel with somebody?
Myself. I'm great.
Well, you always travel with yourself.
No,
Who's your least favorite, Gus?
Oh, come back to me.
I was going to give Barbara a chance to think about it. Who's
I
your
will
favorite?
give I will give you an answer.
You're pretty easy to travel with.
No,
There you go.
Bernie's pretty bad.
Shut your
Bernie
fucking
is
mouth.
low on my.
Why? Because I'm better than you are. And
No,
it
because you don't
embarrasses
focus, and you're always running late.
I'm not late anywhere. You're early to everything. You come 2 hours
I
early
do
for a
not go
fucking
to
I
plane.
also
Always
don't
early
travel
for a
with a
flight.
lot of you guys very often.
You travel with Aaron and Lindsay and Kara
And
a
Kara,
lot.
yeah.
Oh, who's the best one out of that?
I mean,
Who's the worst? Let me guess. I
Yeah,
think Kara's the worst.
Kara is.
Gus,
She overthinks everything.
if Gus and Kara travel together, that would be a show.
that would be an explosion.
That'd be the greatest show ever. I can only imagine.
That would be like one of the nightmare teams on The Amazing
Man,
Race.
I don't see Kara enough. Oh, she'd be great on The Amazing Race. She would really be great. Yeah. She'd be amazing.
I think she just overthinks a lot of things.
Because I'm thinking
She
about Kara like
questions
4 years ago. Like I
Yeah.
don't get a chance to see Kara all that much anymore.
herself. Yeah, I see her all the time now.
Worst person to travel with for me, Gavin. For the reasons you say. It's like Gavin brings me down and I bring him down. We just make dumb decisions while we're traveling. This stupid shit happens. Best person to travel with, by far, the entire company, besides Barbara, who just pointed herself, bar none, is Sophie. Sophie is she is so much fun to travel with because she's always lost and like
that
doesn't
a
know
good
which
thing, though?
direction. It's just
That
funny.
sounds like a nightmare.
It's just funny. It's just I don't know what it is.
See, I think I'm a really good person to
She's
travel
one
with.
of my favorite people to
'cause
travel with.
I always know what the fuck is going on, so people could always rely on me to know what's up.
Yeah,
So I think I'm a good person to travel with because I always have my shit handled.
you do. You do.
So
It's like there's something to be said about traveling with someone and the experience is unremarkable, right? It's
Yeah.
like, that's good. You want it to be unremarkable. I'm happy. Like, Ashley is a fucking dream to travel with.
mhm. Well, she's
And
very easygoing.
that's not always the case. When you're with somebody in a relationship with somebody, when you travel with them, that's when you figure out where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
That because it's stressful and everyone's out of their element, and it's like it's happened to me. I hate this person.
Yeah.
After I'm traveling with them, I'm like done. You get to see what's really going on.
Why are you
under
looking
the
at
hood.
me? Why you look at me when you say that?
You're fine, Brandon. I don't associate you as traveling all that much, but you do for the commercial work. Who's
Well,
your favorite person to travel with?
Well, you and I just said that because you and I did go on that adventure together to Australia, New Zealand,
We did.
and you yelled at me every
Micro
time I was
barbed
trying to
wire.
do the directions.
That's okay though, because I wrecked the car,
Yeah,
and
that's what you
Brandon
meant.
did not like. I was fucking mad about it,
Mhm.
and he totally let me run with it. He was like, he didn't give me any shit about it. It was absolutely 100% my fault. And I was just like, God damn, fucking this milk truck ran me off the road.
I don't know. I think a bridge came out of nowhere, Bernie. I was just like,
Dude, I hit a guardrail. I've never
Yeah.
done anything like that. Because it's left side drive.
Mhm.
So I just like, I messed up this car. It was messed up. I was in my head. I'm like, legally, what can I say about this? I don't want to incriminate myself.
Yeah, but you paid for like the super expensive insurance, which was awesome. Can you just
Which I
walk
never
in,
do, guys.
whistle,
Oh, God,
threw them the
you got so
keys,
lucky.
and like walked out?
Yeah. They were like, I was like, do you want your insurance? I'm like, no. You know what? Wait a second. I want all the insurance. And then I wrecked the
driving
car
on the other side,
And
yeah.
I was like, woohoo, here's your keys back.
I tried once. I think one of the first times I went to New Zealand with you, we tried to parallel park a car. Remember that? You tried, then you gave up. Then Matt tried, and Matt gave up. And I was like, y'all are idiots. And I got in and tried, and I gave up. And we just like left the car. We're like, that car's never moving again. It's just there now.
God, I don't even remember that. Like, it's so weird, those experiences. I don't even remember trying to parallel park a car in New Zealand.
It was a fucking nightmare.
It's a
Everything's
nightmare.
backwards, huh?
Yeah. New Zealand's a good place, but it's kind of a nightmare.
Let me read this. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by thanks Dollar Shave Club.
Butt
You guys are
cheeks.
swell.
Why don't we just have a jar of those at the office?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That would be a dangerous jar to put your hand in.
They could be turned the opposite way.
Well, no one like goes and uses it, then comes back and like rubs their hand in it. It's all
Oh, I've done
pretty-
that in my bathroom drawer. I've been rooting around and I hit a razor and I hit it with my nail. It's like
Oh.
this. It's like, yeah,
Ah,
it's,
clips
it's like, ugh.
I hate that
That's
feeling.
not a good feeling. Yeah. Nails are weird.
Yeah.
Nails are
They're
weird.
like one of the weirdest parts
I
of our
get
body.
really mad about them.
You get mad about your nails?
It's like, why do I have to cut them so frequently?
Oh, yeah.
Why are they always growing?
Bite
Stop
'em.
being so healthy.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Do you bite your nails?
I used to, but then I got these Invisalign, which I call them my retainers in the video, but I have braces. I have those invisible braces that
For
I
just
wear.
the top or the bottom too?
Both. Yeah. Everything's moving out. You go by trays and you put a new tray in, depending on your doctor, either every week or every 2 weeks. I'm doing every 2 weeks. And I'm on tray 12 of 21. So I'll be done
Oh.
probably in January-ish.
Nice.
Congrats.
Right before your B day.
Yeah. I'm gonna be, have straight teeth for my 45th birthday. But that's because they wouldn't give me, I was just want to get veneers and have them go chick, chick, chick.
You're 44?
Yeah, I'm 44 years old, dude.
You look good.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean,
How dare you?
could be better.
Listen,
It's still weird to me that I met you guys. I think, Gus, you were 27 when I met you?
Was it 12 years ago?
Yeah?
Something like that? Yeah.
It was, 2005. Yes, July 2005.
I would have been, 20, what kind of thing? 28?
What was your retirement plan?
27.
27?
Yeah.
Which is, I'm 28 right now. Like, I met
You're
you.
older.
When I'm older than when
you're
I
older
met
than
you.
that old man you met.
So strange.
Yeah. It's weird because when it gets kind of weird when I talk about Rooster Teeth because we've been doing a lot of I've been having a ton of meetings, I feel like, in LA just recently. And the big thing is we explain Rooster Teeth to people. And it's like we get through stuff and then we get to stuff people like Gavin and Barbara, like that end of the story. And then it's like talk about meeting you when you were 15. And it always sounds so,
So
weird. It
little
sounds
weird.
weird, right? It sounds
Yeah.
weird. But it was like totally normal. But if my 15-year-old today, I have a 15-year-old, if he started hanging out with a 30-year-old, I'd be like, this is kind of strange.
Like, I'm going to get on a train and I'm going to go to another city to meet up with this 30-year-old I met on the internet.
Yeah. Be like, kind of
Yeah.
strange.
Times were different.
Kind of weird.
Times were different.
They weren't that different, dude. They weren't that different.
Well,
Wasn't that long
was
ago.
before To Catch Predator, right?
No, I don't think it was. It was we were inspired by it.
There's still a lot of online predators, though. No,
So-
my parents came with me to the first fan event to meet the organizers, so
Yeah.
that they knew it was a legitimate thing. Yeah, because I was 15, just turned 16.
At RVBTO?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. This is a total change of subject. I don't know if you remember this. I was thinking about
Well,
this
I have a
the other
story
day.
off this if it's totally
Oh, you go
changed
first.
subject.
You go first.
I don't think we ever talked about it. I don't know if you know this or not. Do you remember the moment when you and I met and I was like, I think I've told you this years later, it's like, I like this person. Do you remember what it was?
Was it when I was helping you cut jalapenos?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So there was a barbecue for RVBTO, and I wanted to, and I honestly I had so many weird negative opinions of Barbara before I met her. First I thought your account was fake, and then when I saw you at the event, I was like, this girl's probably like a pain in the ass, like all these
I mean, you're not wrong.
yeah. And then I had jalapenos. I was gonna make, that thing that Jeff makes at barbecues when he takes a jalapeno and he puts cheese in it and then wraps it in bacon. I was gonna make those. By the way, Canadian jalapenos are fucking enormous. They're way better than what we have in Texas.
Weird.
It baffled me, and it still baffles me all these years later.
How big were they?
They were like fucking massive. They were like this big.
They're huge. Yeah.
They were huge. Like you get a really good big jalapeno in Texas.
Yeah.
They're all like that.
Hmm.
They're not like mutants or anything, but they're all like the really big ones. Probably because people don't buy them as much, so they end up with the big ones.
There's
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
So did that. And I was cutting jalapenos, and I was talking with people, and Barbara, Blondie at the time, didn't say a word. She just walked up. There was another knife. She picked up the knife and she's watching me cut and she starts cutting and just starts helping me cuts all the jalapenos with me without saying a word. As like someone who would just like think to pitch in and just help out, and then B, also in those situations have the confidence to do it as well. I was like, I like this person. I like it. And then
That's a good trait.
it is.
Good job, me.
Good job, Blondie.
Is that what got me the job here ultimately?
I don't know. That's just like,
Your knife
first
work.
experience
It was
with people.
excellent.
And then proceeded to touch our faces with our hands after cutting jalapenos, and that was a mistake.
Brittany did that, and then
Yeah.
she started crying, and then her tears were burning her face on
Yeah.
the way
Oh,
down.
God.
She was crying, and she screamed, "My tears are burning my skin,"
Yeah.
and it was a good moment. Yeah,
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
We had a phone call with Gavin when he was like 15 where we called him to wish him happy birthday.
Oh,
just
I
for the-
forgot about that.
Just for the fuck of it.
That was in the spare bedroom at the Buta house, right?
Was it? It might have been.
Yeah, it was like in that black speakerphone that we
That
recorded
is
dialogue
Weird
from.
that you're calling a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah,
to
we were
wish him a happy birthday.
we were up
It was
late.
late at night and we
were
were
like
drunk.
3 a.m. and we're like, oh, it's 9 a.m. in the UK. Let's call Gavino.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call him and wish him happy birthday. And I think Jeff had his phone number, or one of
Yeah.
us did.
Wasn't me.
And we
For the record, I did not have that 15-year-old phone number.
And it was my first experience talking to Gavin, and it was so stilted and weird. I was like, this kid's not like he is on the internet at all.
He's
This kid's
boring.
He's weird. He's like, all like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but what do you think his reaction to you guys were?
I totally get it.
Fucking creepy dudes calling me.
No, he was probably like a fanboy, right? Nice.
Yeah, he was probably like a little like just like, hey, what's a 50-year-old
starstruck, yeah.
like
He had the
basically
Fabio hair,
the
right?
equivalent of your favorite band calls
And
you.
I
at
think it was
home.
also, like he said, it was also early in the morning. He was a little dazed still, a little
Yeah, he
sleepy.
probably wasn't awake yet.
He's probably 16, right? Must have been like it's totally cool.
Whatever age it's not inappropriate, that's the age he was.
Totally cool that we were calling him.
It's still
So-
inappropriate.
What's that?
What?
Yeah, probably still a little inappropriate.
I was thinking the other day about the call center. You know, we talked about, there was a thread on the Austin subreddit.
Yep.
And people were going in there talking about the call center we used to work
Different
at.
tech jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, and it made me think about, I ran into Nick the other day, by the way. If you remember Nick.
I do. Nick Gallardo.
Yeah. I ran into him. I see him every now and then. Anyway,
I remember because he hurt my thumb.
here's your thumb.
So you got two joints in your thumb. You got this joint that you can see very easily,
Yeah.
but then you got this joint at the base of your
Yeah.
thumb. And I was holding. We were playing basketball. Remember we had that basketball goal. I was holding the basketball and I was looking over my shoulder at somebody else, and he reached over and just hit my
Oh,
hand.
right. Yeah.
And he hit it on top of the basketball and like really fucked up that joint to where it was messed up for over a year.
Damn.
And
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
this fucking guy Nick, who I liked, he messed up my knuckle for good. But now my knuckle's fine.
Did he work for you at the time?
I was
I
thinking
was like, what are
of,
we gonna do? Fire him because we played basketball? That happens. What are you gonna do?
I was thinking about that location and about some of the weird businesses that used to pop up there on the street.
Like
that
Drossett?
Was it Drossett or
Yeah.
was it Burleson? Yeah, because it was Drossett.
It was Drossett Road off of Burleson, yeah.
And I started thinking, do you remember that one really shady business called Mermaids?
No.
That was down the road. It's like, you know, if you came out and you took a right on Burleson, there was like that taco place down there.
Yeah.
And then next to it
Oh, no, yeah.
was Mermaids.
Yeah.
It was hot tub rental by the hour.
Oh.
And you could rent a mermaid to be in the hot tub with you.
What?
Yeah, it was a sketchy ass.
It was
town.
so fucking sketchy. I
Just
was
like sit there next to you?
I'm sure they did more than sit.
Yeah,
But it's like, I do not want to even like
Well,
be
they might-
but where
anywhere
did-
near that
And also,
place.
they didn't sit next to you.
Did they sit on top of you?
You probably got to sit in them.
where did the fish part start? Was it like at her knees?
Brandon, this is not the point. The point isn't the mermaid
I'm
costume.
no, I'm
Well, no,
confused
because I mean
too.
it's the issue of what it covers.
I'm on Brandon's side.
Yeah.
If you're
sure
sitting
it
with
It
a
was
mermaid,
just a
her-
name. It was
I'm
just
sure.
a name. It was
I'm
just.
sure she had a pair of like green hot pants that came off.
I'm
pretty
sure
quickly.
people were very upset that the mermaid costume was in.
My
I'd be-
mermaid experience was not what I expected.
I'd be disappointed.
It was like I've never seen like as
been a-
shady of a business in as like open plain view.
It's been a day of
that.
people contacting me on text. I just got another text from a good buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in a while.
My parents' anniversary is May 22nd.
March.
I was
I believe,
right.
as you said.
March. I'm
My-
asking what year though. Anyway, sorry.
My parents' wedding anniversary.
Oh,
was
there it is. Do you remember-
January.
do you
Hey, what's
remember-
up? Look who it is.
Do you remember
So that's why I give you $20. I have Canadian money.
For
I get
me?
a drink and I pay.
Yeah, get a drink. Are you drinking? You don't drink though.
No, I don't drink.
There's some
I
milk
have
there.
one.
You can't. Don't open that though.
Do we have any non? Jeff wants to know if we have non-booze.
There's no non-booze there.
I don't even know if there's anything.
I
in
think
this
I think I'm actually into the off-topic podcast for like $30.
Do you remember Mermaids?
The movie?
No. That shitty little sketchy business that was next to T&I.
Oh, yeah. Where you could go like swim with mermaids or they give you hand jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
Were they
Yeah.
actually mermaids?
No, mermaids don't exist. But they were women in mermaid costumes.
That's what
They
I'm
were in
saying.
the costume though, right?
I would
how did-
assume so.
How did they fuck?
Well, you can take a costume off. It's just like,
But it ruins the
can I ask a
illusion.
question?
It
Do
ruins
you-
the illusion.
Are you one of those Jewish people that only fucks through a sheet, or
Yes.
you are? Okay.
Well, somebody has a Nobel Prize in ichthyology. I believe the way a fish fucks is it just lays down some eggs, and then Jeff would come along and just come on top of the eggs. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
way that works.
That's hot. I like that.
Oh, that's how. I mean, it worked. All the better. Hey, I was gonna come get a drink, but never mind.
Wait,
there's no none.
Football game, huh?
So you were making fun of me because I had to go to this thing. We're gonna get our ass kicked, and we almost fucking won that
Yeah, it
game.
was
Yeah,
amazing.
but you didn't. You missed your flight, didn't you?
No, I actually got I almost did it, but I had to, unfortunately I saw my friend Marty from college. I hadn't seen him in like 15 years. I had to literally like run out as soon as the game was over. And I'm not kidding. I ran out of the stadium and just ran for 6 blocks until I thought I could catch an Uber and then did that.
Because the game went to double overtime, so you had no idea when it was going to end.
No, and I had a flight at midnight.
Damn.
So, yeah.
What was the result of that game?
USC won on some bullshit.
That game wrapped up around like 10 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, I was booking it, dude. I was
You
booking
getting out
it.
of here?
Do you regret it, Jeff, not going? You could have gone.
No, I wasn't invited. You didn't invite me.
That's true. I didn't invite him.
Ooh.
Okay, good.
He
I,
makes an
I
excellent
wasn't
point.
invited either. So
right,
I,
Blaine.
I was sitting in the coach's family section. You're not family. Coach family friendly.
What are you doing? Just give that to someone off camera.
I'll take it. I need
Have
2
you ever
mics.
been in broadcast before? Oh my god.
Jeff, it was nice
That also
seeing
works,
you.
Jeff.
Don't walk backwards into the
Jeff
camera.
Ramsey, everybody. see you in 10 years on the
See you in
podcast.
another 200 episodes.
Bye.
Why are you here so late?
I value our friendship.
had a meeting.
You have a meeting? What kind of meeting you got?
A fucking boring one.
Look at Jeff bragging
Oh.
about meetings.
Seeing Jeff made me think about this. So we did that Omaze charity thing a couple months ago.
Nope.
Seeing Jeff made you think about
Because
charity?
made me think about Jack. And one of the things people can do.
I don't think that's an association he's proud of.
You made me think about Jack. Sorry.
I think Jeff and Jack actually have a really special relationship.
Okay.
I really do.
One
What
of
do
the
you think, Gus? I mean, not that you can analyze human relationships, but
I don't understand how they work.
okay, go ahead.
One of the things that people could do is if they donate enough money to Omaze, they got a podcast shout out. We've never done shout outs before. So I've got 4. 4 people.
Refresh me. Is this the Harvey thing that we did?
No, this is before that. This was back in July.
This was like, around RTX.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to say them right now. I've got their name.
I want to read one. Give me a shout out. I want
I've
to shout
got,
out somebody.
I'll give you do the first one. Read their name and do their fun fact.
Oh, I'll get a fun fact too?
Yeah.
All right. I want to give a shout out to Nicole Darden. Oh, they even have pronunciations here, and they're not right.
I know
Guys,
it's not right. I think Nicole supplied it.
Oh, okay. Nicole Darden. And if I was going to say it the way it's written here, it's Nicole Darden. Here's the fun fact about Nicole Darden. She's been watching Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter since I was little, and I have been thrilled to be a part of your growth as a company and community. That's
Wow.
badass. Thank you, Nicole.
That's such a nice thing to
That's
say,
really cool. I
Nicole.
feel like I just want to run through all the rest of these.
Could
'cause
I read
want to
one?
read them all.
Okay, let Barbara read the next one.
I'll do the next one.
Jesus, read
You
the
got to read the guy who's got a bird name.
one. No. read the next one under Nicole.
Roland Arden.
Roland's a good name.
Or if I'm pronouncing it here, it's Roland Ardon. I have various hobbies that involve reading, listening to music, video games, and the occasional outdoor run. ... That's where it ends.
Oh,
Just like me, that's an
Thanks,
occasional outdoor
Roland.
run for me at the USC game.
You want to read one
Or
there,
roll end.
Brando?
Yeah, sure.
Read the next one.
Oh my God, that is a cool name. John Wayne Parrott.
Yep.
Ooh.
And the pronunciation is as expected. Stupid. Fun fact. No.
No, what do you say?
That's what's there.
He said,
No?
None.
He says
none, please,
None.
smiley
He
face.
doesn't have any fun.
Yeah. No, I get that.
All of
wanted
us
to
fun is
shout out.
lies, no facts,
Actually, it says,
fake fun.
you didn't read it right. It says, none please, smiley face.
That's what I said.
What?
No, I've said
I-
that at the same time
I
as Ben.
paraphrased
hear
to
you.
save
Okay.
time.
Don't paraphrase. They
wait,
fucking wrote it.
Donate to charity.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair.
You got
The
an
last
obligation
one
here.
I'm sorry, John Wayne.
Is Kenneth Dove, pronunciation, N-A. Fun fact.
I love that.
N-A.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow, Kenneth Dove.
So that Kenneth Dove was like as close to an anonymous gift as you could do.
I thought you said there was
Wanted the
8.
shout out, but let's
said there were
not
4.
be
The other
like
one-
ridiculous about it.
Yeah.
There were 5 for off topic. Thanks, guys, for giving off topic more than us.
Well, no, good. That's, I mean, their podcast is 8 hours. They have more time to do
Their
it.
podcast is really long.
Dude, you should see, honestly, if I think if we gave the broadcast crew like a vote, you can fire one person in the company. Probably would be Jeff, honestly.
Why, Jeff?
Because guess what they lose? They lose off topic, probably. Nobody else watches that show for anybody. You're watching it for Michael? Give me a fucking break.
What? You're crazy.
Off topic?
You're crazy.
Dude,
it's
I'm there
all about Michael.
I'm there for Jeff. And then Heroes and Halfwits, no offense. You lose those 2 shows.
Oh, damn.
No,
These guys have their entire work week back
I
at
don't
that
think-
point.
Halfwits is brutal.
I also don't think Jeff is the one that is responsible for those 2 shows happening.
Go ahead.
Well, Michael is off topic. You get rid of Michael, you get rid of off topic. That's how you do it.
It is true. If you get rid of Michael, it goes down like 80% of the talking is
And
gone.
then Here's in Halfwits, I would vote more as like a Gus.
No, there's nobody in charge of that show. Who's in charge of that show?
We had such a long
your
meeting about this
showrunner?
just recently.
Who?
Frank? Yes. Frank. So we had a long meeting about this. Every show has a creative lead on it. And we got to Heroes and Halfwits because we were talking about stuff for coming seasons, wrapping up storylines. And I was asking all these questions in my duties as chief creative officer in the company. And I was asking all these questions about it. There was no answers. I'm like, well, who's in charge of the show? Who's like the creative lead here? Literally nobody is
There's
what we
nobody
determined
in
the meeting.
charge of that show?
And then it was Frank. It was determined it's Frank is the
he
creative
know
lead
that?
The one
for an
person who
internal
doesn't work
production.
here.
Does he know that?
Frank. What?
Does he know that he's the?
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
He's DM, right?
It's literally that
Yeah.
show started and then there's just zero direction for an entire production. That's it. Poor Patrick Salazar. Shit he has to deal with, dude. Unbelievable.
He's on vacation. This is Gavin's problem this week. You looking forward to it, Gavin?
I saw Gavin in the bathroom right before the podcast. We did not say anything to one another.
That's usually the way it goes.
It was very cordial and
Hey,
professional, and I appreciate that, Gavin.
Speaking of
Thank you.
Patrick and broadcast, I still need to play with that Barbie house that they got me.
Oh, yeah.
Do it in the post show.
It's not here.
That way I can leave.
Yeah, it is. I brought it back
Oh.
because I'm going to give it to a children's hospital after I try it. I need to test
Wow,
it
look
to
at you.
make sure it's okay.
You're not getting a shout out from them. Get a used dollhouse. Thanks, Barb.
I just need to make sure it works.
Why don't you go? What do you know you should do? Take it there and set it up with the kids. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, then you get that experience. That'd be really cool. Although I don't know.
What if it doesn't
kids-
work? Then it's all sad.
No, test it up first and then break it down and then do it again.
Don't listen to him. What do you?
Yeah,
Because you want to make sure it's
you
like
got
not like
Brandon
an
on your side.
You don't want to get there like an IKEA desk and you're just like, God damn it!
Yeah, I
like
don't want to
using a
embarrass
Barbie to,
myself
like-
in front of them.
Yeah.
And you could bring your Barbie to play with.
Yes.
You think kids though today are like, but dollhouses? I mean, like they have so much stuff.
Well, this
Like,
one had like
better.
voice activated controls
This
and
one
shit.
has
on-
Wi-Fi. It has an electric
What?
elevator.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Really?
That's
I want a
awesome.
dollhouse.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give me that dollhouse.
It's
does
no
it do?
joke.
I'll go with you.
They Amazoned it now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So you hear all this big hubbub about Amazon looking for their new headquarters.
Yeah, and they won't use Austin.
There's no way
There's
they would move to
no
Austin.
fucking
Why not?
way.
Gridlock.
We do not
Yeah.
have adequate infrastructure.
Gridlock.
They
Ping
said
pong.
They
What
want to
was
have.
that?
It was Stockwell, Admiral Stockwell.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was
Ross Perot's running
mate.
mate. Gridlock. Ping pong.
Yeah, there's no way. They said they want this second headquarters to have 50,000 jobs.
Wow.
Can you? Where would that go?
Wait, seriously though.
Nowhere anybody wants to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Like either
Think about that.
super north
Think
or
about that though as
super
a city.
south.
It's like we can't take a development that gets 50,000 jobs. We have to say no to it.
Right. They said they want to have $5 billion of investment for this.
Because our city's so fucked up. I sent Gus a picture of the door at the Austin airport. I broke through the construction barrier and tape to get through a window to where I could see like how much progress they'd made on this thing.
Zero.
How long have they worked on that fucking door? How long have they worked on
Probably 7 months.
it? To me, it's 8 or 9 months at this
Wait,
point.
what door?
Brandon, fuck you.
You're out of your element, Brandon. You're out of your element.
It's at the, it's at
Don't
the Austin
start.
airport. The
Yeah,
American,
have you been to the airport in the last
American
year?
Airlines.
What
door.
airline do you fly? Some garbage airline?
United? United?
Yes.
What door? Like what?
It's the
second
American
floor
Airlines.
at the ticket counter outside, right across from the American desk.
From checkpoint 2.
Like where
Okay.
you stop if it says American Airlines. That's
Okay,
where
yeah,
you
that
get
makes
out.
sense. I never fly American.
Okay.
You would see this though, even from United.
It's fucking boxed in. So I took a picture of this, Barbara. In 8 months, they have
Nothing.
cleared out the old door. That's all that's been done. It is very cleared out in there, but there isn't a scrap of new material.
Well, you know the way that type of construction works, right?
No, I don't.
They shut it off, they clear the old shit, and then they leave it shut off like that for months, maybe years.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, done. Like they do
Right.
it in one day and it's done.
There will be a crew that comes in and does it in 12 hours.
The
Yeah.
sad thing is the airport is the best thing Austin does in
have
terms
my-
of how they do construction. That's how awful everything
Yeah, I
is.
have the photo you sent me.
Good, there it is.
What
That's the work they've done,
That's been
Barbara.
like 7 or 8 months.
Yeah.
This is it. This is
So-
the extent of it.
that square that you're seeing, That's towards the parking lot. On the right are the doors that they've boxed off that are actually in the airport. The same old doors.
Gotcha.
So they took out that whatever that interim little atrium is and the doors that lead out to the thing. They've just taken it off. That's what they've done.
Wow.
I don't know what email
What are
list
they
I
even
got on, but the
doing?
airport emails me now with construction updates.
Oh, really? What are the updates?
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Still going.
Wait, is that door at the very end of the airport?
No.
No, dude.
It's just in the middle?
It's smack in the
That
middle.
makes no sense.
Yep.
It's like when you're driving up on the upper level and you stop at the sign that says American, like to walk into the airport. It's that door.
Okay, I thought if it was at the end.
There's a
that would
door on
make
the
sense,
left side
'cause-
of the airport. There's a door on the right side of the airport. It's the right side of the airport. That's it. There's 2 doors. And it's the right side one is just shut off. Boxed in. Pardon our dust.
Oh, here it is.
Our town sucks.
From the City of Austin Department of Aviation. I have no fucking idea how I ended up on this email list.
Department of Aviation. Somebody signed you up after the last podcast.
Here's the subject line of the email I received earlier today. Guitar-shaped bus shelter steel rises and 9-gate terminal construction update. Second bar and kitchen opens.
That's how much construction is going on at the airport. You can't walk 12 feet and there's not
They
construction.
fucking showed a stupid, dumbass photo. I gotta pull this up.
They shut down my favorite
This
restaurant in
fucking-
there too.
What did they shut down?
Annie's.
Oh, yeah. I always got confused because the pretzel place is also called Annie's. So that was
No, it's
confusing.
Ann's,
Anne's.
right?
Anti-Ants. Anti-Ants. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a place called Annie's
The
that had
support-
like
Yeah,
good salads
totally
and
fucking different
sandwiches.
name.
The
Fuck off.
support frame for the construction of a
I
lighted
gotcha.
guitar-shaped bus shelter is forming, and the length of the 9-gate terminal expansion. Okay, whatever. Fuck that. I want to show you.
I want
this
to take that
fucking
guitar. I want to shove it
goddamn-
up the airplane's butt. I don't give a shit
this,
about
this
a guitar-shaped.
guitar-shaped bus stop that they're so goddamn proud of. This is the photo that they send in the email to show it off.
What is that? That's just junk sitting in the middle of the airport.
Where is it supposed to be?
Notice,
guitar.
notice
look like
the
a-
orange and white barrels. You can't take a photo of anything in the airport that doesn't have a fucking orange and white barrel
And they've
somewhere
got
in
the
it.
lane closed right there. You see the fucking flashing arrow. People can't drive by it.
Yeah, it's probably just causing a fuckload of
Looking
traffic.
great.
Yeah.
This is their email update.
Does it look like
Looking
Jon
great.
Snow's butt? Am I the only one that looked at that and thought that?
Ooh,
Right?
pull it back up.
See?
He can have a nice butt.
Everyone's
You think it
talking
was a
about the butt.
Was it a butt double?
Nah, hell nah.
No, but
You
I'm
think
pretty
that's Kit
sure
Harington's
That is
butt.
all kits.
they probably put a lot of prep and attention into that butt.
Go
The
ahead.
butt fluffer.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it was just, somebody came in and like made sure it was patted down, makeup was good. He was probably
Made
doing
sure it was
squats.
patted down.
They probably waxed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably did.
I think
Have you
a
ever
man
heard
of
here-
the North would have a hairy butt.
He's not a man of the North. Is
Yeah,
he,
but
though?
it's TV.
Oh,
Yeah, but I hate my hairy butt. I get it.
spoiler.
Face.
Spoiler.
Gus's face. Actually, he is.
Maybe.
Liana, his,
yeah.
his mother's. Yeah. So.
But
And
where-
that north passage.
Where do you
is
get
the
your
mother's
hairy
side.
butt jeans? From your mom or
I
your
don't know.
dad?
Hairy butt. Where does the hairy butt
Who
come from?
passes that down?
I'm okay there. I'm okay. I don't think I have too hairy of a butt.
I got too much hair. I don't like it.
All right. I wish I could go with a little less.
Really? Could you really?
Yeah.
Did you ever shave your butt?
No.
I did when I was single. I was like, I
I hear
was
that's a
super.
mistake.
How'd you shave it?
I was super self-conscious.
razor?
Yeah, with a razor.
Executive razor?
Takes forever.
Isn't
You
it
got to
like
do
really
it in
bad
phases.
when it starts coming back in?
What was
It was
it?
in phases,
Like,
like-
are you talking like the cheeks or the valley?
The cheeks.
Okay.
Oh, that's why.
If you get in the valley
Don't
with a
shave the
razor.
valley.
Oh, you mean in the? Oh no.
Yeah, because apparently some
Playing
people
with
do
dynamite.
that, and then when it starts to grow back, it's not so fun. For me, it's fine because I wax that. So
Oh, and your crazy yoga
wax it yourself?
position?
no,
I don't know.
I get it
What was
waxed.
that reaction?
I do the butterfly pose, and then I bring my legs up over.
How well do you know these people that you're just up?
I usually just take whichever waxer is available.
Really? Just
Yeah.
you don't even care.
Now I go to the same person, but before when I used to, I would just be like, who cares?
They know you.
They've seen so many
I know. They're professionals.
things and bits and people.
But I'm sure there are people out there who would be nervous about going to
Oh,
a
sure.
waxing center because they'd be on display.
Sure, and you are very much on display when you're getting a Brazilian wax.
Do you guys
And
check
it's-
that?
They're like moving shit
And
around.
they're studying, right? And they're like, oh, this part has hair, and then they zip, and then oh, let's go back in there and check
and then
things
like
out.
and they like move.
They use lights.
No, but she
No.
has a mask on, and she's just like
Do they
What do
ever
you mean?
try to
What's that?
upsell
What's
you
that?
on anything?
What's she moving?
she like labia.
Like bits?
Yeah,
Really? She's in
Yeah.
there with like moving, like get to the left, get to the right.
yeah.
Interesting.
She's moving like the lips around and whatnot.
Did they try to upsell you on anything like added services?
They try to
Like a car
sometimes
wash?
add a I don't need it, but a stomach strip because some
Ooh.
people have like hair that grows up a little bit,
mhm.
like a happy trail.
What about bleaching? Did they ever bring that up? I mean, that seems like something that'd be super easy to do. They're
I
already
don't-
there.
It's an
I-
add-on.
I feel
Mhm,
like it's
that's the
not
thing.
that I don't know if they do bleaching at that
I'm
place.
fine with the hair. I'm fine with it. I never got it.
But you're in a committed relationship now, so it's like, who cares?
They add like a cherry scent.
They do ask me if I want to leave a strip though. Sometimes,
Ooh.
to which I'm just like, nah.
You
Do
don't
they
want, you
hand
don't
you
want
a-
like the landing strip?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
It depends on the day.
Can I ask you I love to ask Barbara these kind of questions. What's like hairy butt guy, what's the big turnoff? Like what's the thing it's like you can't hang with that?
On like a guy in terms
Yeah.
of hair.
And I know there's not much for you. That's like you're pretty down to clown.
Yeah.
But is there something that's like on your scale? What's at the extreme end?
If it's like too
Now
much,
listen, before Barbara says anything, I'm asking her a question about her personal preference. So she's gonna say something that somebody in this audience is probably gonna have,
probably.
and they're probably upset. You're never gonna meet Barbara. Everyone has different preferences. This is just what I'm asking Barbara.
Yes. Well, we
Don't be
probably
insulted.
won't cross paths at any point. But the only thing that I don't like is if there's like too much hair that you can't find the penis.
What is that about?
Mm.
That hasn't happened to me, thankfully. But I've seen porn and photos of like guys who are very, very hairy, and it's just like you gotta to find the prize.
But it's
And
like a quest, though.
Yeah, and it's like
How
I
long is
just
his hair?
honestly like my only thing is like be groomed.
Be groomed.
Be groomed.
Just give it a
It don't-
shot.
you don't have to be hairless. You don't have to be like completely natural or anything. Just like groomed.
Should be. What if it's too thick? Like,
What?
like do I need like thinning shears?
No, just like neat.
Okay.
Neat is good. Not like fucking like fireworks of pubic hair everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like if a guy has gotten to the point where it's difficult to find, he should address that.
Yeah.
Is there a magic number of like how long for the hair? Like if you were to straighten out.
Right, Brandon, really
Nice.
specific questions about this.
I do. I mean, I've
you
never
get, like,
taken a ruler into the bedroom
With
before.
a comb?
Yeah.
Oh, this is too long. Too much for me. So I always saw people with, this is going to sound like a weird segue. I always saw people with hairless cats, and I never got the hairless cat thing.
Oh, it's weird, right?
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Hairless cats are weird?
Yeah.
Weird.
So Hannah has a hairless cat.
It looks like a shrunken old man.
It's awesome.
Those cats are awesome. Alex,
Oh
too,
yeah,
in
no,
events
her
has one.
cat's
Really?
great.
No, the cat, it's like, I spent time with the cat. It's the greatest thing in the world. I will
Yeah.
probably get a hairless cat next.
Because it's modest.
Alex brings her hairless cat every now and then. It's
Yeah.
rare, but she brings it every now and then. It's awesome. Little fat baby Wendy.
Yeah.
baby
they get a
Wendy.
little-
Yeah.
they get a little gut going on,
Yeah,
you know?
they rule.
Yeah.
They do look like shrunken old men, though.
A little bit. It's okay.
Or like gremlins or like something. Or like they're plotting some evil thing. Yeah.
Cats are plotting evil things.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I got one last thing to read here. I want to remind everyone this episode of Receipt Podcast is also brought to you by Make a Website. We talk about this forever. Just do it.
Just do it.
Whatever you're into, you can make a website.
It looks great like for your career. Like if you have a website on your resume and they look it up and it's polished, see what you do. It looks awesome.
And they got
It's
the
like the
templates
best
for
thing
that.
for your resume, or for a resume.
Or if you're starting like a waxing business or whatever you want.
I saw something that's been going on
Brag about seeing stuff.
in the Austin subreddit for a few weeks that's annoying me.
Let
What's
me
that?
think about this. Stuff in the Austin subreddit that's been annoying you.
Is it photos of Austin from like 20 years ago and photos now?
No.
Is it?
I don't know. I can't think of it, buddy.
It is a group of people who have organized an antisocial breakfast club,
I have seen the posts about that.
and they have their meetings at 6 p.m. in the evening. It's like, I think these are people who think they're antisocial,
They are, yeah,
but
they-
aren't
I agree
antisocial.
with your assessment.
I
of the
can't
problem.
Because they're
imagine-
making plans.
Right. I
with
can't
strangers.
imagine ever going out to an antisocial event.
Sounds like it's a group of unlikable people. That's different than antisocial.
They just want to get together and bash other people.
No, they just can't make shit happen socially. But that doesn't mean antisocial is a thing. Gus is like, we joke about him being antisocial, but you go like about a mile and a half past Gus, those are antisocial people. I know people that are like, don't want to be around other people and don't want to interact with anybody.
So
That's-
antisocial or just introverted?
antisocial. Would you think that antisocial is a negative word? I don't think it's necessarily negative. But an antisocial
think it has a
person would
negative
not want to
connotation.
be social. They're antisocial. So they wouldn't want to be social.
I guess a lot of people think of that as a negative thing.
Let's call it what it is.
'Cause
It's
it's like-
probably the awkward breakfast club, right? That's probably what
At
it
6
is.
p.m.
Do they meet at Chili's at 45th?
So look at you. You're so mad.
I'm so mad. I'm like, this doesn't make any
Why? Because
sense.
of the 6 p.m. part?
Everything about it.
You should go.
Just-
You should go to one.
No,
I'll sponsor you.
Go to one and film it. Make it a new doc.
I could not do that.
I bet they're having a good time.
They probably are. I mean,
They call it
good on
whatever
them
they
for
want to.
figuring it out and doing
I
whatever they
wanna
want.
go to
but
this.
it
Well, there
just-
are social clubs. This would be an antisocial club.
It
Oh,
just-
Barbara,
it just-
if you showed up at the antisocial club, and you were
I'd be like, "What's up,
No, just be like, I'm so shy and I don't,
Tee
nobody
hee
ever talks
hee.
to me and everything. You'd be like,
I'm just a lonely girl. And in a big world.
And you need help figuring out how to play the ring game.
I do not need help figuring out how to play the ring game.
yeah, you do. She does. She always needs help. If you ever see Barbara in a bar playing the ring game with me, come and give her tips.
So you're gonna go.
Yeah,
and
give me
test-
the tip.
She gets so mad.
Give me the tip.
I love it.
You're gonna go and test them. Like you just stand by the ring game, be like, "Hey, can anybody come over and help me?"
I don't even need to ask, Brandon.
But then they
I just have to
they'd be-
stand there looking confused.
I
So this goes there? How do I get it there?
swing it?
But you're
know what
asking
I
them to
do?
betray their principles.
What's that?
What if I take my top off? Will that be better?
Well, I want you to let the guys do it because then they'll be fucking shitty at it. You know they're going to be shitty at it. And we can be like, all right, get out of
I'll
here.
be like, so is it like this? Hook.
I will say
You're
this.
such a good teacher.
Like when we're out in a social situation and out with a group of girls, it's like usually if a guy like that is like, I'll watch just to see like how long they're around. Like if they're around for like 5 minutes, I'll walk up and say like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And, like try to shoo the guy off or whatever. The one person I don't do that with is Barbara because there's no need to do that. Barbara is very direct. Like I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm not here to meet anybody. Probably because you honestly you're pretty well practiced at this, right?
I
I
mean,
mean, you won't say it. I'll say it. She's pretty well practiced at this. She has to be like, get out of here, beat it, fuck off.
I'm just good at telling people to fuck off in a nice way.
Right. I never hear you say fuck off
Oh, no.
all that often.
I wouldn't.
I can't
no,
say I've
unless
never
they're
heard
being
you.
rude.
I never heard you say it.
But I also used to do it because I used to volunteer at the Rooster Teeth booth for many years before working here. And so I'm used to like moving people along quickly to get to the next person. And sometimes people will dilly-dally at the booth and try to talk for a long time. And so I would pick up, certain cues on how to deal with that.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's really nice to meet you. Like, go check out the rest of the convention floor. It was nice to see you, dude.
would you pick up on me and my method? What are you doing? Leave.
No, because then they would call me a bitch. You and I can't have the same
Gus
method.
loves that. He's like he's like a drill instructor in the booth. Like, go. What do you want? Why are you here?
You're
What's like the-
standing in the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna stand? Stand over there.
My favorite fan interaction I think of all time at a convention was a guy that we were signing stuff, and he came through, talked to him, and we signed some things. Probably took a photo. Then we were signing things again. We signed for like 3 or 4 more people, and the guy was then I saw standing there at the edge of he moved down to the corner of the table, and just stood there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I said, hey dude, I said, what's going on? I said, did you need something else? I go, do you need to say something or something you left? And he goes, no. And he goes, no, I'm just standing here. And I said, well, do you need anything? He goes, no. He goes, I'm just standing here. I don't know why. He goes, but I keep thinking it's weird that I'm still standing here, but I can't bring myself to leave. But he was like, it
So
wasn't like,
self-aware.
it wasn't crazy or anything. It was just like this guy, like in a moment, like having an epiphany. He goes, I don't know why I'm here. He goes, I guess I'll leave at some point, but I guess I just can't get myself to leave.
But see, that's a very normal answer. I get that.
It was a normal,
Yeah.
self-aware answer, and I just thought it was fun. I go, well, you take whatever time you need, and do it. And after a while, he just walked away.
Yeah,
And
just
that was
making
it.
sure, like in his mind, like, did I do everything? Like,
Yeah.
Was there something else? Like just going through a checklist. Like,
It wasn't that he was just like,
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that man was Brandon Farmahini.
I know. No, actually, we were out recently. Paula and a
Brag about it.
couple, a couple we know, and it was like a karaoke thing. One kid went up there, did a song, and it was obvious he just kind of came up here to do karaoke, and he didn't really have anybody to hang out with, so he just kind of standing there awkwardly. So we just went up and invited him, and hung out with him for a little bit. It was really
That's
nice.
nice.
Yeah, but it's just like it sucks because it's like I'm sure. He didn't know anybody who wanted to go out that particular night, but dude wanted to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he shouldn't get punished for that.
great story. I have no idea where that came from or what that was about, but that's really awesome.
I got another fan interaction story that I will tell on the post show.
On the post show.
It's one
I-
that I might need to edit.
I went down a rabbit hole of Japanese videos recently,
Jesus. Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole with you.
and I found a video of this robotic dog that was developed with a sensor in its nose that could it could tell you if your feet stink or not.
What?
It would go up to your feet and smell them, and if your feet smelled okay, it would look at you and wag its tail. But if your feet smelled bad, it would fall over and play dead.
Oh my God, that's
Wow.
so great.
What a
How does it
nice
tell?
passive way to do
It's
that.
it's some kind of olfactory sensor that's built into its nose. I don't know.
But what is that?
I have no
Why
idea.
they put that in shoes, and then they can tell you if your shoes stink.
Have I talked about my ex-girlfriend who had smelly feet?
Nope. Go on.
So they were bad, and it was caused by the same pair of shoes.
So
Like,
get rid of the fucking shoes.
I mean, I
Did
couldn't.
it just have like bacteria in it?
I don't know, but it's like the shoes smelled whenever she wore them, then her feet would smell. But it's like,
Mm.
I didn't know how to bring that up, and I didn't want to just steal it and throw it away. So at the time, Facebook had this thing called the Honesty Box, where you could anonymously send somebody some information.
You were in a terrible
So-
relationship.
No, there was no way I could tell her this information
You're a
without
dipshit,
it
too.
crushing her.
Your shoes stink every time you take them off after you get home from work every day. Anonymous.
Let's see your.
No, there were
Yeah, seriously, how do you tell that
just
anonymously?
like sometimes she would take them off, like in a public place, like at the place where we worked. She would just have them off
She's
and maybe
fucking with
be
you,
in
it sounds
her.
like.
He maybe be in her socks or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm
Brandon.
sure other people noticed too.
Can we see your shoes?
Yeah. What's wrong with?
What's wrong with it?
I'm just
What a
curious.
nightmare.
How come, Brandon? I have a question
Brandon,
for
The,
you.
the soles
a-
are falling off.
You have a living. Look at the show the toe.
Brandon,
Look at that.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Every
He
time
has
I've
holes in
seen
his
Brandon
shoe.
in the last 6 years, your shoes have never been tied.
I don't know. I keep waiting for that to catch on, like a trend, and
Brandon,
they'll be
why
like,
is
Brandon
this
was there first.
infuriating to me? Why it's like, are you mad about this, Gus?
Yes.
You
like,
work-
like if you're gonna be such an asshole about someone else's shoes,
I wasn't
why
an
do your
asshole. I was
shoes look
trying to
like
be
that?
nice.
What happened? How did it go?
I'm just mad.
She never got rid of them, and I didn't say anything. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything.
put it in the honesty
It doesn't
box.
smell good, but I mean, she replied. I think just said thank you. She didn't do anything about it. I never approached it. We dated for a while, and it just wasn't great. But I was like, there's no way I could bring this up as her boyfriend and it not just destroy her.
You can bring it up.
I couldn't. There's no way.
You
Bring it
can
up.
bring it up.
Bring it up.
No,
That's
there's
the
no
right
way.
way. There, I
No,
mean, there's
no,
a chance
trust
that
me.
she might be hurt for a while, but then the shoes are gone, so it's.
No, it's just no. I just dealt with it, and it was like that.
If you're
that isn't
afraid
gonna
of
go.
being honest with a partner, then they're probably not the partner for you.
Well, we're not dating anymore.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If anybody watching here is having trouble being honest with somebody, that's a bad
What's your
sign.
That's
dating-
very
That's
good
fine.
advice.
That's
That's
a bad
very
sign.
good
Here's
advice.
what I do it. Go in one day. You say, "Well, sit down. Look, I want to talk to you about something. I'm super into foot stuff, and I want to do foot shit with you, but your feet stink." And then she goes, "You're into foot shit?" And I go, "Not really. Your feet they stink." And then it's not so bad. She gets freaked out because her boyfriend's into foot stuff, and then it's like, "Oh, no, it's not bad. I just have stinky feet. That's all."
No,
Yeah.
was just
That
all
would
works out.
that would totally work.
That would totally work.
I want you. No, I'm
you have a history of very healthy relationships.
so bad.
What?
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
Say it on the post show.
I'll say it on the post show. And I just got a Slack. Michael over here wants me to remind everyone that the Day 5 Season 2 finale is this weekend.
Oh my God!
This Sunday.
The previous episode of Day 5 that just came out. Everybody's been waiting for that one to drop.
It's,
Yep.
I don't know. Like, I try to keep myself out of productions I'm not involved with, so I didn't know anything about Day 5 Season 2.
Yeah.
And then watching it with the rest of the audience was just like,
What? Yep.
what the fuck?
I hate to say that kind of stuff because anyway, just you have to see it.
Yeah.
Check out Day 5. Now's a great time to do it because if you get a first membership now, you can do the 30-day free trial and you can binge watch and you'll be able to see all
All
of
of it.
Day 5 Season 1 and
Yeah.
Season
A
2.
lot of people are like, oh, I'm waiting for the finale so I could binge it. It's like, binge episodes 1 to 7 right now, and then watch it with the rest of the community on Sunday.
It's a really great show.
Yeah.
It's a really, really, really great show.
And if you're watching this live right now, you're already a first member. You might as well go watch it.
You might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well. It's there. It's
Might as
content.
well.
Why wouldn't you do it? What are
Why
you?
wouldn't
You got nothing better to
Watch
do.
an episode
Being an
tonight, and then 2 episodes, and then 2 episodes, then
You're
you're on the
set.
show.
I'm going to get a suit tonight. I got to host.
I thought you
if I
said
could
a soup. Okay. It makes more
I'm
sense.
also probably going to get soup. I've been with this whole 30. I've been doing lots of pressure cooking. You use a pressure cooker? You use pressure to cook stuff?
And tell it to smoke and stuff like that.
No. So it's all pressures. And you should totally do it. Do you like slow cook stuff?
Yeah, love it.
Okay. So this is like getting slow cook stuff, but without the slow part. You just get it in like 20 minutes.
You ever eat at the soup peddler down here at airport?
Wasn't it? I ate the one in Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great soup. If you're in a soup.
It's good soup.
Yeah.
But they also have juices, and juices are expensive.
Yeah.
I miss Barbara's Punch.
They got
What'd you
soup.
say?
Nothing.
How dare you?
All right, let's wrap this up.
So I'm gonna go get a suit after this
Get a
because
suit.
I'm hosting something. I'm hosting an award show this coming week. I don't know if I can say what it is.
Are you inviting Blaine to it?
You're hosting
fix-
within a week and you can't say what it is?
I don't know. I think so.
We're also going to be at the Streamies. Can we say that?
Yep. Okay. No, I'm not hosting the Streamies. I'm not hosting the Streamies.
No,
stuff.
I know, but we're also going to be there, so you could use the suit at the Streamies too.
That is correct. That is correct.
Ooh, reuse
Yeah.
a suit.
Yeah.
Awkward.
I
All right.
Suit.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
I have a pretty dress.
I love you.